Hello, hello. Good evening.
It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and my voice is going. I don't know where it's going, but I hope it's going to come back.
Hello, hello. I hope you're doing good. Welcome back to Corpse Factory.
It doesn't... See, it doesn't feel like it's Wednesday to me. That is what's fucking me up. Like, I came home early and was like,
what day is it? Oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, wait, that's stream day. What the fuck?
I don't know. For whatever reason, it doesn't feel like Wednesday to me today. So, excuse me if I'm a little lost. We are back. And I'm cold. We're back for more Corpse Factory.
Thank you for the pat.
Maybe it's gonna work this time.
Yes! Okay!
With a slight delay, but it worked. Finally. Last time I was, and I'm still upset because Aoi's not wearing shoes for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, last time we got our first body, our first dead person. We're going to put a bunch of makeup on to make her look like someone else. And then, hopefully, I'm guessing, get to the part that was initially shown in the prologue of delivering that body to someone, making her think, hey, hi, this is your dead body. Oh, I still think, though, that it's not gonna work out for them. Like, overall, I think something's gonna go wrong. Like, okay, you deliver that body, this other person dies, but are you sure? Are you sure they can really just bring that entire body back up there? No one sees them, no one sees the car, nothing. But we'll see about it. We'll see how this ends. Where's my save file? There it is. Am I going to watch Avatar 2 when it comes out? Maybe. Like after it's been out for a bit. Once it goes up. If it goes up on some streaming sites, maybe. But I'm not actively gonna go to the cinema to watch it. I'm not that interested in it. I watched the first one because my mom was a big fan when it came out. But other than that, not really. I don't think I will. I don't even know what the second one is going to be about. Oh, but speaking of movies, Miraculous Ladybug is getting a movie next year, apparently. And that trailer looked nice. Like, I'm not up to date with the series because there was so much going on at some point. But that they're making an entire movie, that sounds fun. You going with friends, going to be so much fun. Oh, I'm sure. Is it coming out this year still? I don't know. I only saw like people talking about it, like, oh hey, Avatar 2, yay! But I didn't know there was a release date out for it. You watched a movie for the second time in ages yesterday, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. The 14th? Oh, this month is... Oh! I didn't know it was coming out this soon. Okay. Well, please share how much you liked it or didn't like it once you've seen it. By the time I get home, I'm completely drained. I barely have the energy to open the front door. Today wasn't ideal. It dragged on forever and ever, and yet it still felt like I didn't have enough time to get everything done. After changing out of my vomit-stained clothes, I make myself a cup of tea. I'm hoping a few sips will help me relax and unwind. I sit down on a couch, cup in hand. When it's cool enough to drink, I take a sip and feel a little bit of today's pressure lift from my shoulders. My laptop is sitting next to me. I know I shouldn't bite off more than I can chew today. If I check for new requests, I'll probably regret it. I unfold the laptop and navigate to Corpse Girl's website. One new request! Shit. These are really beginning to pile up. I can't restrain myself from opening the request. Today, 3 p.m. The request came in while I was busy with Kojido and Tomoe, probably around the time we were at the morgue. The image of the victim downloads. Ah! What? I stare intently at the picture of my older sister? Yo, that is why. Okay, one thing, two things, I don't know how many things. First thing, it was a very good point where we stopped last time, because if I had read this sentence on Sunday, I would not have been able to stop playing the game. Are you fucking joking? That's her sister? The one who set up the entire haha, I'm gonna sneak the cash and make the other girl lose her job, lol. That's her sister? What the hell? Yuriko Kurosawa. Oh. Why did I not realize that when we played the prologue? Or wait, did she have a different name during the prologue? Hold on. 1 second. No. Hold up. Hold on. I need to see something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Move on. Hold on. I need to see something real quick. It is. That has been her name since the yeah, Kurosawa. Oh my god! See, this is my problem. I will consume a piece of media. I will binge watch something. It's especially bad with binge watching something. I read all of these characters' names like 15 times. I did not realize they had the same last name. I did not realize that was her sister. What the fuck?
Gaming! That's what we're doing.
What the fuck? 28 years old, senior high school dropout, currently on parole after a short second stint in prison. What the fuck? Unico, what are the odds of you appearing here on my screen in my life at this moment? I haven't spoken to you for so long, I haven't seen you, I haven't even received contact from you, only to ignore it. Why are you here now? Why does somebody want you dead? They've talked about it multiple times too. I did not realize this was the same person. I did realize, like, oh, okay, cool. The blonde one is the one that she went to school with and who was a bully, blah, blah, blah. But, like, they outright stated that several times. I did not realize this one was her sister. Oh my god. I suppose it's not that hard to think why someone would request your death. I'm sure you have a lot of enemies thanks to the crew you run with. But for someone to actually use Corpse Girl's website to request your death? It's coincidental. Too coincidental. Just like everything that's been happening lately. Yuriko, I hate you so much. You abandoned me when I needed you. You abandoned Mom even though she abandoned us first. I hate you. Corpse Girl never refuses a request. It's one of her convictions. I'll never refuse a request. I closed the laptop's lid and rubbed my eyes. I'm tired. I'm so fucking tired. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I don't know. That somehow went by me. Oh, but we do not get to see the whole, hey, we're actually bringing the body up there?
Splattered in the flower bed. Probably matches the photo you sent. Wish I'd seen that.
Thanks, Kojiro. And thank Tomoe for me.
No prob.
Where are you, anyway?
Parking lot across the road. Perfect view of her apartment. People are coming outside. Must have heard the splat.
Mad.
We'd better gun it. See ya.
Okay, bye.
I hang up the phone and a smile fights its way across my tired face. Amy Katsuno's dead. She killed herself thanks to the trauma of discovering her own corpse at her doorstep. Even though I forgot to send the corpse photo last night, I nearly fucked up our entire plan due to how exhausted I was. By some stroke of luck, I managed to wake up early this morning. Thankfully, my first thought upon waking was to send the photo. Amy would have received the picture only an hour before the time marked on it. It was a close call, a very close call. On the other hand, it probably gave her way, like, you know, way more, like we saw in the prologue, it gave her a bunch of anxiety, like, oh my god, what do you mean she only has like 1 more hour? But I can't help but wonder if it worked in our favor. Kojiro and Tomo rushed over to her apartment to deliver the corpse, forcing Emmy into the confrontation with the photo and imminent time of death, and then the delivery of her own corpse all in the space of an hour worked to our advantage. It worked so well that I'm starting to consider making this our regular mode of operation. I glanced at the burner phone atop the coffee table. Since Emmy is already dead, there's no point in me waiting 24 hours to discard it. I get rid of it right away. After that, I'll have to figure out what to do about the other remaining requests. I still have 2 photos of victims that I crafted on the same day I made Emmy's photo. With all the urgency of plotting Emmy's demise, I didn't have a chance to send them. I'll have to edit them a little bit because the timestamps on them are now out of date, but that's okay, it's a quick fix. And then there's the request for Yuriko Kurosawa. I'll need to deal with that too, eventually. I mean, yeah, the timestamps are an easy fix. Assuming she didn't merge all of her layers. A quiet morning at the library is just what I need to escape from the chaotic whirlwind that I've been trapped in for the last few days, or weeks. The place is silent as usual, there aren't many people around. I managed to find a seat in my favorite reading nook and I leave my belongings in a chair to save my spot while I browse for a book to read. I can't bring myself to continue reading Strange Flower right now. Reading a book about corpses while trying to take a moment away from my own life is just not going to work for me. Assuming she didn't merge all her layers. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm hoping she saved the stuff, like... At least I would keep the timestamp layer as an extra layer. It's like it's almost like what are they called? I forgot the word. Like a watermark, you know? I scan the bookshelves and look for something light to read. Am I in the mood for a comedy? Probably not. A fantasy adventure? Maybe, though that's never really been my thing. Biography's out of the question, so are history books. I can pretty much dismiss any non-fiction straight away, I'm just not in the mood. Oh god, yeah. I'm not a big non-fiction reader either. Noriko's a sort of psychopath who works all on one layer. So what should I read? I thumbed through a couple of trashy romance light novels. The covers look appealing with attractive characters smiling and holding each other and falling in love, but the content within each one is utter crap. A housewife looks for love after her husband vanishes. A vampire lord seeks his vampire queen. A college student falls in love with his professor only to find she's his long-lost sister. It's all durable. I could write better stories than these, but maybe everything thinks that way. Defeated, I put all the books back on the shelf and return to the chair I saved. I take a seat and simply browse through my noise feed on my phone. A few photos from acquaintances, comments on the weather, a short essay on human rights, even a poem written in poor broken English. Trash, all of it. I used to love this inside look at other people's lives. I lived for it. I thrived on it. I used to be aroused at the smallest glimpse inside someone else's life. I couldn't go more than a few hours without browsing noise. But now, something's different. Something inside me has changed. I want to say that I've recently become cynical, jaded, but that wouldn't be accurate. I've been this way as long as I can remember. The appeal of voyeurism just isn't there anymore. My growing ability to manipulate the lives and deaths of other people has ruined any pleasure I once gleaned from simply spying on them. I need more people to die. Okay. Maybe then I'll find satisfaction, ecstasy, release. I lean back in a chair and fold my arms across my chest. My foot taps against the carpeted floor impatiently. I won't find comfort in this library. I won't find relaxation. I'll only find whatever elusive feeling I'm looking for once Corpse Girl's work is complete. I can't rest yet, not now that things are beginning to escalate. I could be orchestrating the deaths of 3 people right now. The 2 women that had the deaths requested at the same time as Emmy, and my very own sister Yuriko. People are counting on me. People are counting on Corpse Girl to deliver her judgment. I hoist the strap of my handbag over my shoulder and stand up. It's time for Corpse Girl to usher in a new era of human suffering. Oh boy.
bizarre string of similar deaths in Tokyo over the weekend have left police and detectives
Hey, we know that
completely
guy.
baffled. We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events.
Wahoo! Human suffering, that's a goal.
According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. 2 other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night.
Wait.
Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
Wait. Yes, sure, she did. She made 3 pictures, but she didn't send the other 2. What do you mean? Because, you know, they all had similar deaths. She made all of them have pretty much the same death. What do you mean people died on Sunday?
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases. Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found.
But that wasn't it. Oh.
This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all 3 women. Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated. In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously. It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained.
You're only looking for one perpetrator.
We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Yeah, it's about time.
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
But we didn't do the other 2, right?
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro.
Did we?
So, thanks. I know
We
those corpse
did?
deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
Okay.
I've still got 1 victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
So? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emmy chick.
This is a little different. It's my sister.
Yo, hold up. You've got a sister?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hold up.
Yuriko. She's older than me.
Yuriko and Noriko.
Shit.
I should have
And,
fucking
someone
realized that,
requested her
didn't I?
death through Corpse Girl's website?
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Jeez. What are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
But like, the reason Yuriko was requested was because Aoi told Emmy about the website.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway. Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
That's Shinya's dad. Oh yay, okay.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
What the
That detective
fuck?
guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
Yep, friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
It's all connected. Always has been. What the
Wow.
fuck? I did not.
You know, I met him once before.
It makes sense. Like, the more we continue playing this game, the more it's like, oh, actually, this person is connected to that person, and this person connected here, but... Ha!
You did?
He certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Yeah, you only had a psychotic breakdown in the middle of the mall. And the next time he sees you, he's probably gonna be very,
Alright. As long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next
I also
move?
like that they're apparently talking about this while they're at work, where someone could very easily overhear them. Reminds you of a, oh yeah, I can see why. That one also felt like a fever trip at some point. It's like, okay, what do you mean? What do you mean these people actually connect? What the hell?
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer. But as soon as more requests come through the website, I'm going to fulfill them.
Uh-huh.
I don't have the luxury of time. I can't just lay low like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind.
Alright.
Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
Okay. Well, just let me know when you need me.
Thanks. I will.
Okay.
Well, back to work or whatever.
I turn back to my computer after Tomoe leaves. 3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is at the top of her game. It was a bit of hard work, but in the end I managed to pull through. Thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after returning home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran a reverse image search on the photos of the 2 women that were submitted to Corpse Girl's website. It was pretty easy to locate the Noise profiles thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we all shared 2 mutual friends on Noise, Emi Katsune and Yuri Kurosawa. You have your sister on Noise? Well, you haven't talked in years? And she was in prison? Okay. A bit of digging through the profiles revealed their names to be Fuyumi Amano and Manami Sachiko. They both worked at the same store as Emi and my sister. It struck me then that all of these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter so much. Tracking down Amano's and Sachiko's addresses wasn't as difficult as I'd feared. I contacted Tomoe and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there and see if she could access the employee records. Apparently the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and out in 3 minutes flat. She said that none of the staff even batted an eyelid as she walked in, and she simply strode in the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet, and snapped a photo of the employee contract sheet. With that information at our disposal, nothing stood in our way of delivering lookalike corpses to their homes. Yeah, see, but that's the thing. When you walk into a store, you just need to act like you know, like you're supposed to be there, and then no one will bother you. There's just gonna be like, oh, is that a new hire? Or is that someone from corporate? That's usually what they think. Is like, oh, is that someone from corporate? Oh, they know where they're going. They're probably supposed to be here, and then no one actually asks whether you should be here or not. A few hours shared between the morgue and the factory, and it was done. Both Amano and Sachiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far, the kill rate of delivering a photo and then a corpse is 100%. I can only imagine the thoughts that must go through someone's mind when they're faced with their own corpse. The looming dread, hopelessness, and fear of inevitability have proven to be so overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. One of the oldest rules of deception, just act like you're supposed to be there. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Corpse Girl's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. I only have invented that theory due to the strange circumstances in which Ruri Hatano died. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in an uncannily similar fashion to the corpse photo I invented for her. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made me truly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have clearly been suicides, or in the case of Eiichi Hanada, coincidental accidents. Otomo-Iida's death was an outlier since she was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% certain that Corpse Girl's power lies in the ability to convince victims to end their own lives. There's no third-party murderer acting on her behalf. And I've begun to suspect that the power I hold is no esoteric arcane force. It's not some supernatural art. It's not witchcraft or sorcery or some holy power bestowed upon me from on high. The power Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver lookalike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as a knife twisting in a victim's side. It's enough to compel those weak of heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I'm happy. I'm happy that I can be the instrument that delivers Corpse Girl's justice regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long as victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Corpse Girl's ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. This is only just the beginning, she says. 10 hours into the game. Please, girl. There are no new requests when I log into Corpse Girl's website this evening. I'm strangely okay with that. There's something I want to do before more requests come through anyway. I'm going to make some updates to the website. A few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Corpse Girl, Kuzido, and Tomoe. In the website's admin settings, I add a couple of extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for a photo and a phone number, the website now requires a victim's address to be provided. This will ensure we can successfully deliver a corpse for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. Oh. But I think it's going to be less people who put in the whole name and address, right? Unless you truly want someone to have dead, I don't think you would put in someone's whole address. The visual novels don't start until 10 hours in. I mean, I don't mind. I just cannot gauge how far into the game we are at all, because everyone who's talked about the game has said like, oh, somewhere between 8 and like 12 hours. Also, like, according to people who read fast, I'm like, oh, I'm at 10 hours, but I usually add like 2 streams at least. Like for visual novels, I in my head I add like 2 streams, so like 5 or 6 hours that we need more, because I have to read out almost everything, and also because I do talk about other stuff sometimes as well. So like, we're gonna be here for a while longer, I think. I've always been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never wanted to know the names of the people Corpse Girl will kill. It creates familiarity, and I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with the request. But more than all of that, I fear that I would delve too deep into somebody's life. I fear that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside and looking in. Knowing someone's name would have allowed me to easily find victims online and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. My voyeuristic fetishes would have defeated me. I know myself, and I know that I would have become far too interested in a person to carry out their death. It's the same reason why I never reverse image searched a victim's photo before yesterday. This means these streams will be pill of stability and spiraling life. No, but I do want to finish this game before Christmas. That's the thing. Now that things are escalating, now that Corpse Girl needs a victim's address to ensure a kill, I have to get past all of that. I have to be strong for Corpse Girl. I'm somewhat relieved that the timing is suitable. After all, I haven't been as aroused as usual when stalking people online. I don't know if my libido is just low or if I truly have become uninterested in such things. Either way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge. Learning victims' names, addresses, all of that, it's going to work in Corpse Girl's favor. Imagine if Christmas was real! No, it's just because I will be taking a few days off around the holiday time, and I don't want to leave with all of these games like non-finished, because that sucks. I had to do that last year for one game and I already feel horrible about that one game. So I want to do better this time around. Imagine if Nua was real. Who's Nua? What are you talking about? And I'm surely strong enough now not to give in to temptation and succumb to the scopophilia that has plagued my existence for years. After adding the victim's name and address fields to the website, I decide to add one final touch. There's a particular line of text that describes how the site works. I've always liked it. It says, your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. It's concise, and it perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated to correctly apply to Corpse Girl's new modus operandi. What will you do without your dose of new annual? You're gonna have some after the holidays. And we're gonna do a big fun 2-year anniversary or celebration on the 2nd of January anyway. So... Hehe. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. It now reads, your victim will receive their own corpse shortly before they die. Some people might think it doesn't make sense. They'll think that maybe it's a typo or written by someone not familiar with the language, but it is completely intentional. You will never stop trying making good Nua. Keep trying. Celebrating the 2-year anniversary. Hehe. Maybe we all started at the same time. Now that I've made all the changes to the website, I click the Save button in the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the site. Corpse Girl's new and improvised request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in. And it shouldn't take long once I put my next plan into motion. Because I finally figured out how my sister can be of use to me after all these years. She's going to help me become famous. Yuriko Kurosawa staff will ensure that everybody in Japan knows the name Corpse Girl. Oh no. Uh-oh. Postpone VTubers are wild. How you mean? Everyone became a VTuber. For the first time in a while, my fingers scrape against the bottom of the cabinet drawer.
Oh shit.
Oh. I fumble around and grab the last remaining burner phone in the drawer. It's a fairly modern handset from around 3 years ago. These newer models never retain a battery charge for more than a month or so when they've been inactive. Thankfully, it uses a generic charger, so I quickly plug it into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return to life. You know what I mean? There was a big boom of VTubers. I mean, there's still a bunch of people using VTubing or like becoming VTubers nowadays, which I think is great because it gave more people a way to stream more comfortably. Because while it's not a prerequisite to streaming, there's this kind of expectation people have for you. It's like, oh, you're a streamer? Show us your face. And then you have to, I don't know, build up your whole room to be like nice so it looks nice on camera. You need to wear nice clothes. I'm like, I'm here to stream. I'm not here to look pretty in front of the camera because I'm always pretty. But like, with VTubing, it's a whole different expression, like a whole different thing of expressing yourself. So I'm happy. There's so many ways to do that nowadays. If you're a VTuber, you can stream naked. I mean, you could do that even when you're not a VTuber. But you gotta be careful. Do the most main VTuber. I mean, I'm just telling the truth, right? In a way, getting in front of a live cam voluntarily. I'm not gonna agree on the hideous part, but yeah, it's like, it's this whole expectation that, you know, not many people want to fulfill, and I don't think they should have to. VTubing is a fun way. I mean, I've been wanting to stream for years, even before VTubing became a thing, but I never like got around to it because it was always like, a camera, doing it regularly, But yeah, here we are. I do not have many talents, but I do like to be consistent. I try. Thankfully, it uses a generic charger, so I quickly plug it into the kitchen outlet and wait for it to return to life. I glance back down at the open drawer. It's completely empty now. I'm going to need to restock my supply of burners if I hope to continue with Corpse Girl's work. I nervously bite my fingernails at the thought. Getting these phones isn't easy. It's free, yes, but not easy. And if I get busted trying to lift a stack of them, that might very well be the end of me. I have to obtain as many new phones as possible at some point today. Once Corpse Girl kills my sister, my website is going to explode with new requests. I need to be as prepared as possible. I decide to finish getting ready for work while the burner charges. As much as I'd like to simply skip out and deal with my sister, I do need to pop into the office. Missing too many days is going to lead to getting fired, and that might compromise my mission. I take my medication, I apply my makeup, I pack my handbag. It's also mundane, but it's also necessary. Each day is the same routine. There's comfort to be found in that, especially for someone like me. Sometimes I remember the excitement of finding myself in new situations. Maybe able to have a face without having your real face on the internet. Yeah. But you have a design already. Like, a design is a start. We're gonna get you there. And then I'm gonna force you to play Final Fantasy XIV with me on stream. Boom. There we go. Even if those situations end up with me lying in the muck of a bathroom floor against the stone cold tiles of a morgue. When I'm ready to leave the apartment, I snatch the burner phone up and check the battery. It's at around 40%. That should be plenty. I stash it in my handbag so it's ready for action when the time comes. I'm out the door at the same time as every other day. Oh god. What has she in store for her sister that she thinks the entirety of Japan will know her name? I find myself alone in the office well after the working day has ended. The entire floor is empty and silent. I shut down my computer and stretch my tense arms. I don't normally like staying back late, but sometimes it's necessary to get work done. And when I say work, I'm of course referring to Corpse Girl's tasks. When I'm absolutely certain that everybody has gone home, I get out of my chair and wander listlessly around the office. It's kind of nice having the place to myself. It's like my apartment, only bigger and colder, and without a terrible odor of mold that permeates the walls. I notice that quite a few people tend to leave their belongings at their desks. Nothing too valuable, the occasional coat, hat, or pair of headphones. But somebody of low moral character wished to steal them, there would be nothing stopping them. I'm personally not interested in any of that. I walked to the other side of the office floor and reached the seniors' cubicles. Even the seniors leave important things lying around. There's a gift bag with the cake shop logo on the front, a company credit card, a few personal bank statements, but the contents of the desk drawers are where the real gold is found. As I rifle through one drawer in particular, I find exactly what I'm looking for. It's an old Noise brand phone, a few models earlier than my own. It slips into my handbag right alongside the burner phone I brought from home. I close the desk drawer gently and tripes into the next cubicle. The top drawer here contains a flip phone, a familiar classic. It'll serve me well. Into the handbag it goes. Oh, one of the main problems I have with this company, with any company in fact, is the wasteful attitude of management. Executives, seniors, and even some junior staff are provided with company phones. Basically, if you're expected to make calls on a job, the company will issue you a phone so that you don't have to use your own. However, with the rapid evolution of modern technology, phones often find themselves replaced or upgraded well before they cease functioning. And management doesn't care about recycling or repurposing unused, obsolete phones. The devices simply drift to the bottom of drawers or storage cabinets, destined to become forgotten within moments. Am I really doing the wrong thing by taking these phones off the company's hands? It's not like I'm stealing personal property from employees. I'm only taking what the company is likely to write off as a business expense. And this is a multi-billion yen company. Are they really going to miss the odd outdated device? I justified this to myself long ago. I'm ensuring these phones are used for a bigger purpose, and there's nothing bigger than fulfilling Corpse Girl's ambitions. As I swipe the fourth or fifth phone, I hear the ding of the elevator from across the office floor.
Shit. Fuck.
Someone's here. I need to get away from the cubicles without being seen.
Noriko! Is that you?
Oh fuck. I must have ducked down a second too late because the voice identified me correctly. I scuttle forward on my knees just a little bit so that I'm not so close to the cubicles. When I get to my feet, I'm halfway between the senior employees area and the junior's open plan desk. Just say you dropped something. Just say you dropped your, like you lost some contacts. That's gonna work on him.
Shinya?
Shinya walks over from the elevator to greet me.
Hi. You're here awfully late. What were you doing over there?
Come on.
If you don't mind me
Come on,
asking.
go with the contacts excuse. Just do it.
Oh. I lent my USB drive to one of the seniors earlier and they didn't return it, so...
Oh. Did you find it?
Nope. Oh well. I'll ask about it tomorrow.
I would have gone with the contacts excuse. One, because Shinya wouldn't know if she actually wore contacts. Two, you were on the ground. He's gonna think about it and be like, why was she on the ground searching for a USB drive? I'm just saying.
I could help you look if you like.
Seriously, it's okay. I'm about
He
to
keeps
head
thinking
home
he has
anyway.
glasses.
What are you doing here?
I left my wallet at my desk. Can you believe it?
He has surprisingly, he has like a one singular eyelash. In this specific sprite, at least on his right eye, there's this one eyelash that's like longer than the others.
Luckily, I remembered before I took Tomoe out for dinner. I
Ooh.
would have appeared to be quite the buffoon if I'd been unable to pay for our meal.
He's cute.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, how are things anyway?
Things with Tomoe are great. We are truly in love.
You see it now, you're going to curse. See, that is my goal. That is my goal. Every time I see something off or, I don't know, just something that
Wow, okay, not exactly
you see
what
it
I
on like a
meant,
quarter. But I always have to say it out loud when I see something
How are
to make
things
all
here?
of you guys also
I
see
mean,
it and be like,
what
God damn
happened
it,
with
I could have lived
Bethany
without that
and-
knowledge.
Ah, that whole kerfuffle.
What the fuck kind of word is kerfuffle?
Can you believe Miss Ida is dead now?
If you can see it at such a small size. Nonya did a great at Monica. Oh, God. Why did you remind me? I had put in the back of my mind. I had almost forgotten about it.
Is
Suffering.
Is it wrong of me to say that I'm happy she's dead?
No.
Is that an awful thing to admit?
I gently shake my head, but I don't interrupt this train of thought.
It's so bizarre. Especially considering our relationship and how determined she was to end my career.
It bothers me that Shinya is still referring to the conflict between himself and Kotomi as a relationship.
It would seem that she was the only one with animosity toward me. As such, the other executives said I'm welcome to work here as long as I like.
Yay!
In fact, they were even generous enough to give me a small salary raise.
Wow! That's great, Shinya. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you. It truly was a struggle there for a little while.
Hey. Before my brain can even register what I'm saying, the following words tumble out of my mouth.
Do you want to talk about it?
Noriko, I know that I haven't been as open with you as I should have been. Maybe talking about it will help me put the whole thing behind me.
I bite my tongue as I try to think of a way to back out of the situation.
Oh. You know, if you're uncomfortable talking to me, maybe Tomoe can help?
My objection is met with a smile. Looks like I'm in too deep now.
Tomoe means well. She really does. But whenever I bring up the subject, she becomes visibly angry.
Don't go first. I mean, he didn't kill anyone. He's good.
Many a death threat against Miss Ida has been made aloud. I wouldn't be all too surprised if Tomoe was the one who killed her. There certainly is a...
Shinya, be careful with saying stuff like that out loud, though.
So you don't know who killed Kotomi?
Oh god. Enjoy your coffee!
I don't even think the police know that much. Father showed me the photos of the crime scene. Chances are that whoever did kill her was also killed in return. Though, as abusive as she was toward me, I never took her as the type to instigate a mass murder. She was an angry person, yes, but that seemed to stem from a lack of fulfillment. That's what I assume, anyway.
You will double the amount every time you go. Oh god.
I think
that's going to be a bunch of coffee. You don't have to justify her behavior towards you. She was more than just, like, she was not only sexually harassing you, she was quite literally abusing you. So, like, you do not have to justify
Shinya,
how you feel about her at all.
I really am sorry.
Shinya, I'm just saying.
So sorry that you had to go through such a traumatic experience.
Bye-bye.
I thought I was going to lose everything. My job, my relationship. Miss Ida threatened to steal it all away from me. Just so she could experience some form of power, some small manner of pleasure. Why do people do those things, Noriko? What joy is there even to be found in...
I take my time to consider my reply. I'm probably not the best person for him to be having this discussion with, but all things considered, it does seem to be helping him come to terms with things.
Shinya, what you went through with Kotomi, what she did to you, that's not what it's about. She never had the right to put you through that. I hope that one day, when you're comfortable and feeling healthy, I hope that you can make some good memories with Tomoe.
Yes. I hope so.
Oh.
Thank you, Noriko.
Don't mention it.
People oftentimes reveal themselves when they get a chance at some semblance of what they think power is. Oh yeah! Sure. I don't know if my words were the right ones. What right do I have to talk about what he went through? I can only hope that I managed to bring him some sort of comfort.
Well, I better grab my wallet and get going. Don't want to keep Tomoe waiting. Say, would you like to join us, Noriko?
Sorry, I have big plans tonight.
Are you hungry at all?
Oh, I don't want to intrude on your romantic evening.
It's no trouble.
No.
Maybe next time. I have some things I need to do tonight.
Okay, no problem. Well, see you later.
Shinya takes off toward his desk. I breathe a sigh of relief as I hoist my hand back up from the ground, feeling the reassuring weight of my newly acquired burner phones. I enter the elevator and give a polite wave to Shinya as the doors close. Okay, she got like 3 burner phones. I mean, that's better than no burner phones at all, but...
Give me a call back when you leave the restaurant.
Ugh, you want me to drive tonight?
It has to be tonight. We talked about this.
But
Please. Kojiro's on standby as well.
fine. Not like I've been dying to bring Shinya back to my place or nothing.
Don't push Shinya. Let him tell you when he's ready.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll probably be out of the restaurant in an hour. That cool?
Yes. Thanks.
Bye!
Bye! Tomo hangs up. I look down the street, my gaze aiming directly at the restaurant Tomo is currently seated at with Shinya. I need to kill an hour around here, but what is there to do? I'm not exactly keen on the idea of window shopping. I don't even want to be here. But standing in one spot as dozens of people walk by is really nerve-wracking. I could go visit Aoi at the maid cafe, but then I'd have to pay the table charge to enter, and it'd probably be pretty weird to be served by girls in maid costumes. Not really my thing. As I glance around, I notice a 24-hour manga cafe at the end of the street. That could actually be perfect. I could rent a quiet space for a few $100 and just read a book until it's time to go. No one there to bother me. In fact, the only person I need to speak to is the attendant at the counter. With my mind made up, I hurry along to the manga cafe. I wish we had those kinds of things here.
Pretty late.
I mean, would make me lose even more money, but it would be nice.
Come on, you're a night owl. What are you complaining about?
Just making chit-chat.
Well, instead of talking, how about you hold that flashlight still? I can't see what I'm doing with you waving it around.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm nearly done anyway. Fucking Yuriko. This wouldn't be so difficult if she didn't have different haircuts in every single photo on her profile. I'm just going to have to estimate the length of her hair for now.
The corpse on the table in front of me looks like an uncanny clone of my sister. I snip away a little more hair from her fringe and then put the scissors aside.
Two must be close.
The opposite.
Makeup's done!
Thanks. Looks good.
Tomo beams as she puts the cap back on her lipstick in her hand.
I think we're done.
I really hope she's not using that same lipstick for herself after this, though.
Can you zip up the bag? I really need to wash my hands.
You got it, boss.
I step away from the corpse and plunge my hands into the ice-cold bucket of water on the factory floor. I have to admit that we've become pretty good at this whole thing. In just a week or so, we've managed to refine our art and synchronize our duties.
Okay, load her in the van. I'm going to send the corpse photo now.
You sure about this? You think she's gonna be awake this time of night?
I'm positive. This is the best time to do it.
According to a noise feed, Yuriko Kurosawa is currently attending a massive party. I'm sure the venue will be packed to the brim with her scumbag friends. She's been posting about it for days. It wasn't hard for me to find out all the information I needed, since whoever organized the party posted it as a public event. Yuriko is about to receive a photo of her own corpse. And in less than an hour's time, she's going to receive a carbon copy corpse in a body bag in front of at least 100 people. The mass panic that will break out is sure to be hilarious. I don't want to miss it, and I don't want to miss my sister's final moments. Maybe she killed herself in front of her closest friends, or maybe the terror will slowly eat away at her and she go home first before deciding she just can't take it anymore. I'm happy with either result. She's finally going to get what she deserves. I hate her so much. She's a low-life degenerate, a delinquent, the utter scum of the earth. And she never calls me. I doubt she remembers I even exist.
Ready to go?
I snap out of my thoughts and look at the phone that I've been subconsciously holding in my feeble grip. It's a burner I picked up from home earlier this morning. Yuriko's corpse photo is glowing on the screen, ready to be launched into the network. I hit send.
Okay.
Kojiro nods and holds the zipped-up body back into his shoulder. The weight of the cadaver inside causes him to stumble a little, but he regains his balance and shuffles toward the factory entrance. I examine the body bag as Kojiro carries it. It's the same white HRP that we picked up from the morgue, but I've made a rather nice adjustment to it. Big bold letters are scrawled along the sides in purple and black permanent marker. It says, "With love from Corpse Girl." Underneath the massive letters in smaller script is Corpse Girl's website address. A scribble of a cute anime girl decorates the other side of the bag. It's the very same character that dances animatedly on Corpse Girl's website. Someone told me this was a bold move. Kojiro didn't seem to care. Yuriko Kurosawa is about to be publicly executed. Tonight is the night that Corpse Girl becomes known to the world. Oh god, something's gonna go horribly wrong, isn't it? She's definitely not one to cast judgment, no. This is the quietest house party I've ever witnessed. I only managed to catch a glimpse of it before Kojiro shields my eyes with his ice-cold hand. I want to object to him censoring my vision, but the smell of blood causes me to slump against his shoulder, and I resort to whimpering quietly as he places me gently on the ground. The vision of the house party from hell is still vivid behind my closed eyelids. It's not like I've been to many house parties in my life. In fact, when I really think about it, I don't think I've ever been to a single one before this moment. But I've seen it on television, I've seen it in movies. They're always loud, music is blasting, people are dancing, drinking, making out. The scene I witnessed doesn't look like any of that. I'm pretty sure dead bodies don't line the floor at a regular house party. I'm pretty sure trails of blood aren't on the guest list. This party is weird. The walls are slashed, there's broken glass everywhere, specks of blood are dotted across the furniture. Someone in the next room is sobbing quietly. Someone above, perhaps inside the ceiling, is groaning. Kojiro is sitting next to me now. I can imagine a bored expression hovering over his features. He still has his hands over my eyes. He taps a finger of his other hand against the body bag beside him. His digits strum out a rhythmic beat upon Yuriko Kurosawa's clone, still zipped up and sealed inside a temporary coffin. I think Tomo is still in the van. She said something about not wanting to get messed up. I never planned on entering this party, but Kojiro dragged the body inside, then returned shortly after and told me I should come take a look. So here I am, blinded by Kojiro's misguided attempt to protect me from the carnage I willingly unleashed. I asked him if he killed all the people here. He said no. I suppose I believe him. I managed to squint through a gap in Kojiro's fingers momentarily. The blurred shapes of 4 or 5 bodies are on the floor in front of us. There's a stray arm lying limply on a chair that's currently unaccounted for. Kojiro presses down firmly against my face and my vision darkens once more. I hear his voice and imagine his calm demeanor in my mind.
Thoughts?
Don't know.
I haven't managed to sort my hat out just yet.
Sister's over there. Well, a corpse that looks like her, at any rate.
Give me a
Okay.
second.
Okay.
Kojiro releases his grip from my face. I stand. I tiptoe forward, stumbling thanks to my still blurry eyes. I can make out the shape of a sofa close to the wall and I approach it carefully. Oh! The empty gap between the sofa and the wall is a 3-foot wide space. I'm not sure why the owner of this house doesn't keep the sofa directly against the wall. The empty space here seems kind of useless. Maybe if the sofa's all the way against the wall it becomes too far from the TV. That's a possibility. I will personally just get a bigger TV so that the sofa can be kept comfortably flush with the wall. The gap here really annoys me. It's making me irritated. I want to push the sofa back myself, but I know I don't have the strength. It's a massive thing, bigger than I am, and maybe even bigger than Corpse Girl. Even if I was strong enough to move it, there's still the issue of my sister lying there between the sofa and the wall. She's in the way. I have to move her first, and the thought of touching her is absolutely disgusting. Even when she was alive, I never wanted to touch her. She's a foul excuse for a human being.
Hey, Yuriko. Long time no see.
I like that they moved the artwork up, just so we can still see her dead face when the text box comes in. She doesn't
You
respond.
don't look so hot. Guess I'm prettier now, huh? Why do you never call me? Whatever. I wouldn't answer the phone anyway.
She doesn't say anything. The sound of someone grunting behind me doesn't interrupt my concentration. I assume it's just Kojiro clearing his throat.
Have you seen Mother lately? I haven't heard from her in a while. I'm sure she's fine. Are you still on parole? I heard you were working at a clothing store. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm working for Temujin at the moment.
Yuriko nods.
It's okay. There are worse jobs, I'm sure. How did you get that cut across your throat?
You mean she's not. What?
Does it hurt?
I reach forward and slip my fingers into Yuriko's gashed throat. When I remove them, I frown at the red blood dripping down into the gaps between my knuckles. Sure! Get your DNA on a crime scene! Good! But great!
Remember when you bandaged me up after I busted my knee? You said Mother would be mad if she found out that you hurt me. So you tried your best to fix me up before she got home. She found out, though. I think she's going to find out about this, too. There's no way you can keep this from her, Yu.
Yuriko smiles gently. I wipe the blood onto my skirt.
Oh? Him? That's Kojiro. He's a friend. No, there's nothing between us.
I hear the grunt from behind once more.
I know. You're actually nicer than I remember. Why couldn't you ever be this nice when we were kids? If you'd been this nice to me, then maybe I wouldn't have spent my entire teenage life wishing you would drop dead. Oh, I guess my wishes came true after all.
Yuriko laughs along with me. It doesn't sound like the laugh I remember. It's more like a gurgle, like she has something caught in her throat. A trickle of blood pours from between her lips and she coughs.
Oh, do you need a tissue?
Oh, she's still alive!
Here.
I unzip my handbag and retrieve a tissue, then hand it to Yuriko. She tilts her head and sprays the rest of the blood from her mouth.
Noriko.
Okay. I gotta go. Say hi to Father for me, okay?
I leave Yuriko behind. After making my way out of the cursed house, I find Kojiro waiting by the van. Tomoe shut herself inside and rolled up all the
I
windows.
think we're done here.
Okay.
Who did she hear coughing behind her then? If he was out there.
Leave this here?
He lazily indicates a body bag on the ground.
I guess so. We didn't need it after all.
What do you mean you didn't need it after all? I'm so fucking lost.
Not.
Kojiro slaps his broad hands across his trousers, dusting them off. He cocks his neck to the side and stretches his limbs. I make an attempt to reach for the van's door, but Kojiro stops me.
Not curious about what happened?
Only a little. She's dead, though. Or dying.
Good question!
That's all that matters. Oh, actually, give me 1 second.
1. I quickly dialed back inside the house. I'm sorry. What I imagined when it was like, oh, this is because it was such a quiet party, I thought maybe they had gotten into a trap. Like, oh fuck, I don't know, maybe the sister somehow contacted the police and they were staking out the place and waiting for someone to show up. But then I remembered, like, no, the sister is already out on parole. She wouldn't go out of her way to contact the police. And also, all of this happened right after. I'm like, the sister's dying either way somehow, yeah. But why? I weave across the room and duck behind the sofa once more. Yuriko is silent and unmoving. I do my best to push her body to the side with my skeletal arms. She budges an inch or two and I find what I'm looking for. A phone buried between her ass and the carpet. I turn on the screen and find there's no fingerprint or passcode lock. The photo of Yuriko's corpse, the very same photo that I sent to her earlier, is still on the
I
screen.
guess she did receive the photo then. Maybe that's all it took this time. She must have been pretty freaked if she killed all the people here. This is like the Kotomi Ida situation all over again.
My voyeuristic tendencies flare up and I decide to look through the rest of her photos. I swipe across the screen just once and nearly jump out of my skin. Yuriko received the photo right before she received the one I sent, and arrived 10 minutes before my photo. What? It's another image of a corpse. Another photo depicting her death, but it's completely different than the one I crafted.
What the fuck?
Someone else sent Yuriko Kurosawa a photo of her own corpse only 10 minutes before I did. Yuriko received a corpse photo from somebody else. What is going on? I examined the photo in detail. It's well made, just like my own work. If I didn't know any better, it would be easy to assume that I made this. But what stands out the most is the writing on the bottom of the image. It simply says Step Shuji at the party. Step Shuji at the party? Who the hell is Shuji? Is he here? Is he one of the dead bodies scattered around this accursed house? I quickly discard the thoughts of Shuji. A more important question has come to my attention. Is someone else crafting corpse photos and sending them to people? I mean, maybe someone hacked your genius website and also has access to all of the requests you receive? Just saying. Hey, love, hope you're having a great day. Hi, good evening. How are you? Now we know for certain someone else is doing the Corpse Girl thing. Oh, for sure. Does Corpse Girl have a copycat? An imitator? But why target Yuriko? Why target somebody whose death was requested through Corpse Girl's website? I can't process this right now. It's already past midnight and I'm utterly exhausted. I shove Yuriko's phone into my handbag and get the hell out of the house. Your PC doesn't want to boot up? Oh! Have you tried plugging, you know, plugging it out? Plugging it out? What? Have you tried turning it on and off again? Today is not a suitable day to go to the office. Today is not a suitable day to wake up and shower. Today is not a suitable day to force those tiny pills down my throat. Today is a day to lay in bed and rest my face on a pillow caked with yesterday's makeup. I don't know what that time is. I don't really care. My phone has buzzed several times, but I simply don't have the energy to reach over and look at it. I want to just stay here and be warm and comfortable and not think about anything. I want to think about that house party last night, but I keep thinking about it. I want to think about finding Yuriko's body in that irritating, useless space between the sofa and the wall. I want to think about my sister's final words to me, those bitter syllables that she used all of her remaining strength to force between her blood-soaked lips. I want to think about the fact that I probably have said the same thing to her if I was in her position. And I want to think about the possibility that someone else was responsible for Yuriko's death. It was supposed to be Corpse Girl. Me! I was supposed to be responsible for my sister's death. Somebody else caused her death. How dare they steal that from me? How dare they? Copycat. A nobody. The more that I don't think about it, the more I find myself thinking about it. Think. Why would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? How would somebody copy Corpse Girl's methods? Corpse Girl is mine. Mine. Corpse Girl belongs to me. I'm not infamous enough yet to have an imposter, surely. I'd be kidding myself with illusions of grandeur to think that I've earned an imitator. But the fact remains that somebody sent Yuriko a corpse photo. A corpse photo that was meticulously edited and just as convincing as anything I could make. And those instructions. Stab Shuji at the party. Stab Shuji. Did Yuriko do it? Did she pull a knife and slit Shuji's throat? No, she was supposed to stab him, not slit his throat. What about the other people at the party lying cold on the floor? Did she kill them as well? Did Yuriko imitate Kotomi Ida's final moments and cut down a swath of people, all in an effort to spare her own life? And then, who turned the knife on Yuriko? Someone acting in self-defense? Did she kill them too? There are too many questions and not nearly enough answers to satisfy my hungry mind. In an effort to find a silver lining in the whole situation, I think about how Kojiro left the body back at the party. Hopefully the police will discover the corpse and link Corpse Girl to the murder scene. Her name and website are written all over the HRP after all. Everything might work out. As long as Corpse Girl claims the credit for the deaths, my popularity still has a chance of skyrocketing. My website will be inundated with new requests. Requests from people begging for me or Corpse Girl to kill on their behalf. Yeah, and you got your fucking DNA all over your sister's corpse. Good job. Yes, last night's slaughter may actually be the best thing that could have happened. I'll happily steal the credit to propel Corpse Girl's name into the stars. I roll over and bite my pillow until it's soaked through with saliva and blood, and I scream until my lungs give out. Okay. The house party from hell is all over the news. It's being live streamed, it's all over noise, it's all anyone is talking about. I didn't expect anything less. A dozen or so people dead, a corpse in a body bag, a cryptic message with love from Corpse Girl. The police are trying desperately to put all the pieces together. Don't worry, they simply will not find the DNA. Yeah, especially not somewhere like the slit in her throat. The detective, Shinya's father, has his face plastered over every news outlet. He says the whole event is linked to the previous string of murders, the ones with corpses decorated to look like the victims.
Of course it's linked, you utter dipshit. It's all Corpse Girl's doing. It says so on the fucking body bag.
Except, this wasn't Corpse Girl's doing. But the more I lie to myself, the better I feel. I'm the only one who knows that a copycat was responsible for the deaths. I'm the only one who has seen the photo with the instructions to kill Shuji. I've still got Yuriko's phone, that all-important piece of evidence that will surely serve me better than the police. According to various Rats and Noise channel, the police tried to redact the image of the body bag with Corpse Girl's website written on it. But once something is on the internet, it's pretty much impossible to remove it. The fact that the police wanted it deleted only served to increase the speed at which the image spread. 1,000 posts around the web are all asking the same thing. Who is Corpse Girl? Apparently a lot of people are too scared to visit the website. They fear it might incriminate them, like the police are ready to knock down the door for anyone who visits the site. Yeah, right. But the reluctance, that hesitance, hasn't conquered the hearts of the truly curious. Corpse Girl's website has received over 1,000 visitors today. The overwhelming majority of IP addresses accessing the site are based in Tokyo. Even though the murders are known all over Japan, the news outlets in Tokyo are really having a field day with it. I expected most of the web traffic to be local, but it's still nice to see some visitors from elsewhere. Osaka, Kyoto, Sapporo, Fukuoka. Hell, there were even 2 hits from the USA. Howdy, Ephraim! How you doing? Corpse Girl is finally becoming well known. However, despite the influx of web traffic, not a single request has been made. Thank you for sharing everything. I pouted in annoyance as I stared at my laptop screen. The request inbox shows no unread messages. It's almost too difficult to believe. I wonder if the changes I made to the site's front page have deterred people from using it. I'm asking for a lot more information now. The victim's name and address are now necessary to submit a request. I'm about to shut down my laptop in annoyance when a little detail grabs my attention. The last message in the request inbox. It's stamped with the time and date. Today, 5:45 PM, about 50 minutes ago. Huh. This request can't have come through this evening. It's been marked as read, which means I've already opened it. I keep saying! I'm sorry, like, she's so cheap with everything else. I do not think she has that grand of security on a website like this. Like, it feels like maybe something like a fucking Blogspot or whatever. Or a WordPress. You're doing good under the minor headache. You played and beat Murder on the Marine Express last night. Oh, yeah, I saw a screenshot. I saw you post a screenshot of it. Did you like it? I'm doing well, thank you. I'm Corpse Girl. No, I'm Corpse Girl. I'm Spot. I know. Hi, Weird. Good evening. Curious, I click on the message. The photo that downloads is of somebody I've never seen before. An unremarkable man, but someone that I would instantly recognize if I had previously opened this request. I return to the inbox and examine the times and date of each message in closer detail. Every message is marked as read, so I'd assumed all of those were requests from previous days, but it would seem that I was wrong. The messages are all from today. There's an entire page full of requests that have been made just since this morning. 25 in total. Holy shit. I'm doing well, thank you. Why are they all marked as read? I haven't seen any of these. I madly open all of them, the photos of victims quickly downloaded in succession as I skim through them. Not a single familiar face. What's going on? You got hacked, is my best bet. As I'm making my way through each message, why is it that I cannot pronounce message today? A brand new request pops up at the top of the screen. I'm about to click on it when it suddenly turns grey. The tiny little closed envelope icon next to the message transforms into an open envelope right before my eyes. I'm struck with a single terrifying thought. Somebody's reading this request before me. Somebody somehow has gained access to Corpse Girl's request inbox, and they're reading every single new request before I do. Somebody else has access to these requests. I can't believe it. I'm so shocked that I don't know what to do. I stare blankly at the screen, my mouth hanging open in disbelief. Somebody hacked into my site? In a desperate bid to regain my composure and a measure of control, I hunch over the laptop and begin tapping at the keyboard. I like the sound of bright old colors where it was like a miniature modern day Sherlock Holmes, so yeah, right? It was such a cute game, I'm so glad I got to play it. I access the site's security settings in order to check the most recent visitors. All of the traffic is only accessing the front page of the website, as it should be, but one other user has access to the site's admin panel directly. The security settings show that 2 people are currently logged into the admin panel, myself and some stranger. I look up the IP address of the visitor and find out it's based in Tokyo. Perhaps someone who saw the news reports about Corpse Girl decided to try hacking into my website. I cannot abide a blasphemous transgression like this. How dare they set foot upon my holy soil? I'm burning with rage as I click into the site's advanced security settings.
I'll change my password. I'll ban the hacker's IP address. I'll kill them! I'll kill them for defiling Corpse Girl's website!
Okay.
Do you want to get an IT job? It's a perfect opportunity to learn. Get him, Noriko.
Yeah, so?
And he's coming from inside the house.
Can't you track them down? Don't you have, like, connections?
Me? Already hooked you up with cadavers. Don't know what else you want.
I want you to find this hacker and let me strangle them to death!
Heck them with a saw.
Jeez. I'm no computer genius. Take it to the police.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Of course.
So what am I supposed to do?
Find someone who's good with computers.
Find someone else. Besides, you still owe me.
Excuse me? What exactly do I owe you?
My share of the corpses. Remember our deal? It's take with you. We're supposed to share.
Come on. What do you need me for? You're capable of getting the cadavers yourself now that you know how. Just ask Tomoe to drive for you.
Can I store them at the factory?
Store them? For how long?
Hey, Shinya, are you good with computers?
Don't know. Weeks?
They'll rot.
That's why I won't take them home.
It'll stink up the whole place.
We had a deal.
You could get a... An industrial freezer?
Fine. Store them at the factory. I don't care.
Google's always listening.
What do you want them for, anyway?
Tut. Not allowed to ask. Good luck with your hacker. Gotta go.
Right. Thanks for nothing.
As a mate, my hand.
All good in the hood?
No.
Sure, whatever.
I'm not in the mood for Tomoe right now. I just want to get back to work, get the day over with, and go home.
Come on, cheer the fuck up. There's gotta be someone who can find that hacker.
Well, I don't know anyone.
Yeah, me neither. How many requests did you say there were?
70 when I looked this morning.
70? Jeez. How am I gonna deliver that many, you know what?
Keep your voice down.
I said, you know what? I didn't say nothing incriminating.
I don't know, okay? Is that what you want to hear?
No need to snap at me.
Just shut up for a minute, will you? I can't think when you're around.
Wow, sorry. Fucking skank.
Tomoe's words hang in the air long after she's gone. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that her usage of the word skank wasn't affectionate like usual. I curse under my breath and return to my desk. I feel like I'm drowning under stress at the moment. Everything is piling up on me, forcing me down, pushing my head underwater and taking away my will to even fight back. 70 odd requests to work through, a hacker with access to my website. Even if I've managed to block them temporarily, I'm sure they'll return. And then there's the copycat responsible for my sister's death. It's all becoming too much. I don't feel like I'm in control anymore. I don't feel like stoic and flinching Noriko. I don't even feel like Corpse Girl. Poor defiled Corpse Girl with hackers prodding her and copycats mocking her. If I don't feel like Noriko and I don't feel like Corpse Girl, then just who the fuck am I? The poor little meow meow that is this game's protagonist.
Thank you for meeting me after work. I hope you don't mind eating at this restaurant.
Of course, it's no trouble.
Uh-oh.
It's nice to see you. I feel like we only ever talk on the phone these days.
Yeah. Is something troubling you?
I'm not really sure why I asked Aoi to meet me. Part of me wants someone to talk to. I want to vent and unleash my frustrations. But another deeper, darker part of me just wants to throw everything away and hold her in my arms and let her tell me that everything will be okay.
Noriko, you've got a weird look on your face.
Are you good with computers?
Sorry.
You can talk to me.
I'm kind of swamped at the moment. Do you ever get that
Noriko's
feeling
second
that
name is
you're
Ebony,
drowning underneath
Darkness,
the weight of
Dementia,
everything?
Ravenway.
That no matter what you do, you'll never escape your situation?
I don't trust Aoi. I haven't trusted Aoi in a long time now. A loose cable? Oh, that's easy
What
to
am
fix.
I saying? Of course you get it. You've been through so much shit.
Noriko, we've both been through a lot. School wasn't easy for either of us. I know you better than anyone. I know everything about you.
Do you?
That's true.
It comforts me when I remember just how close Aoi and I used to be, but perhaps I've changed. I've changed. I might as well be a completely different person these days. And there are things about me that Aoi doesn't know. Things that make up who I am, who Corpse Girl is.
I guess I'm just overwhelmed. Maybe I need a vacation.
A vacation, huh? That does sound nice. Okay. Dream vacation destination. Go.
Huh?
Come on. We used to play this all the time. Don't think about it. Just tell me about your ideal getaway.
Somewhere sunny? Don't laugh at me!
I just can't imagine you in the sun.
I mean... I would take a sunny place as well. But like not the super hot, but just a... You can go out without a jacket, comfortably warm, sunny.
Seriously? You said dream vacation, so?
She'd
Yeah.
evaporate in the sun.
In my
No, she would
dreams,
blind
I'd like
everyone
to
in
go
the
somewhere
immediate
sunny.
area because her skin just reflects the sun.
Maybe
That's how
Hawaii.
white
or
she is.
Australia. Could you imagine me with a tan?
No! I cannot.
You should go. Go to Hawaii or Australia or wherever. Do something good for yourself.
Money, money, money.
Howie, come on. You know it's not that simple.
But why not?
Really? How can you, of all people, ask me that?
Dima said out, okay, thank you for coming by.
Quiet forest hut. You still need electricity.
What's that supposed to mean?
What's that?
You can't even leave your apartment without checking that the light is off, or that the faucet isn't running.
Oh.
You need to check like 10 or 20 times.
I'm aware. At least I can go out.
Hey, I'm out right now, aren't I?
Don't just fighting.
Are you?
That's a new sprite.
Excuse me?
Does a safe little place like this even count? How is this any different than your tiny apartment?
Uh-oh.
It's completely different. I'm surrounded by people, and
It's the same. You don't go anywhere new. You're too terrified to step outside of your comfort zone.
oh, come on. You can't talk.
The girls are fighting.
You couldn't even start working at the office with me because you were too anxious to leave your apartment.
That's not fair. If I'm not certain about everything, then it's too hard to... Why are we fighting?
That's what I'd like to know.
We both know what we're battling with, so... Why?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
We sit in an uncomfortable silence for a while. Every now and then, Aoi shuffles in a seat and checks her phone. I said some nasty things to her. Sometimes I talk before I can even think twice about what I'm saying.
Aoi? Tell me about your dream vacation.
Mine? I'd actually like to go somewhere colder. I like the cold. I like to wrap up in blankets and sip hot cocoa. Maybe a winter getaway to Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland?
Or Norway.
That doesn't sound half bad. There's something nice about snuggling up in the cold.
Right? I'm glad you agree.
You think we'll ever get away?
I am certain we will.
Maybe we could go somewhere together.
Maybe. By the way, I wanted to tell you that I'll be leaving
Oh, for
the
real?
night cafe soon.
She likes resisting a cold.
Really? That's great! What does your manager think?
She pauses before answering. I'm not sure if she's thinking or trying to build suspense or...
I think he's had a change of heart.
Or he's going to die. Because you're the other corpse girl and you're going to kill him.
He said I can do what I want.
Ha!
That's fantastic, Aoi.
It's a relief, that's for sure.
Listen, if this game makes it so Aoi hasn't actually done anything wrong ever in my life, ever in her life, I'm gonna be... I'm gonna feel bad.
My last shift is tomorrow. After that,
You want to steal all of my fridge's contents? Okay, you can get one piece of camembert cheese that was only good until the 13th of last month. A ketchup bottle that I've had ever since I moved in here and still haven't finished. So I'm not quite sure if it's still good. And one jar of strawberry not jam. Yeah. I don't think raiding my fridge out of all fridges you could is a good idea. You're not gonna get very far.
after that, I'll finally be able to escape that one guy.
Aoi hangs her head. She doesn't have to say anything more. I know that she's talking about her stalker, the disgusting guy that makes advances on her at work. I'm sad that it had to come to Aoi quitting her job in order to escape him, but a solution is a solution.
What will you do for work?
I'm sure something will come up. I have a bit of money tucked away, so I'm not too worried.
No.
And my boyfriend
Should raid the
has a
fridge
good
to actually
job,
put something out of
so he can probably help out.
Shh. You boyfriend? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, your boyfriend?
Your boyfriend?
I'm slightly shocked that Aoi dropped that nugget of information so casually. Since when has she been seeing somebody? She's never spoken of a boyfriend before. A sharp knife carved from jealousy pricks my heart, and I have to look away from her in order to hide the tears welling in my eyes.
We've been together for a little while. His name is Junpei. He's great.
His name is Junpei? Junpei Tenmyoji? What? She manages to be so quiet that even if your mic was at half volume, pretty sure it's still easier to understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Should I turn up the game more?
Actually, he's going to pick me up in a little bit.
I do not know what a Tim Hortons breakfast wrap entails. But I appreciate the gesture. Junpei. I hate him already. I hate the sound of his name, and I hate the stupid looking face that my imagination cooks up. Has he kissed Aoi? Has he touched her? Has he slept with my Aoi? I'll kill him. I'll fucking murder him in his sleep.
I'm so happy for you.
It's just Aoi. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Aoi's phone vibrates against the table. She glances at the screen and lets out a tiny squeal.
Oh, he's here now.
Uh-oh.
I'll introduce you.
Listen. We're 11 hours into the game. Is this going to be a new character? Or someone we've seen before? How many no. We have 3 guys we've seen before. The neighbor, the dad, neighbor, the detective, and Shinya. Either they're going to give us a new sprite and a new oh god.
Thanks.
I cut myself off and ignore Aoi's quizzical stare. Aoi stands up and looks towards the door. She claps her hand in excitement and waves at a broad, bumbling man staggering toward our table. Oh god, who is it?
Hey, babe.
Oh my god! It is a new character! Why does his cap say free Wi-Fi? Junpei. Look at this guy. Look at his lecherous eyes, strutting mouth, his disheveled clothes. How is dating this fucker? She could have had anyone she wanted. She could have had me. She could have had my gorgeous body. I would give myself to her anytime she wants. She picked Junpei over me.
Is your friend?
I don't know what part of his design fucks me up more. That the fact that the cab says free Wi-Fi, or the keychain. Where is that keychain even attached? How is that keychain attached to your shirt?
Yes. Junpei, this is Noriko.
Sup?
Hi.
Aoi talks about you a lot.
Yeah.
She does?
Probably.
What do you mean, probably? Yeah, breast pocket, sure, but the heavy part of the keychain is clearly hanging out. So where is it attached? In the breast pocket, like, how does it hold?
We're going to go catch a movie. Would you like to join us, Noriko?
Do not ever third wheel people on a date to a movie theater, by the way. It fucking sucks. Glue.
Nah, babe, remember you said we were gonna...
Junpei?
It's fine. I've got stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
Well, see you.
Lates.
I mean, the interesting thing is she does keep herself like thin, like she wants to be thin. And then, I mean, she has severe what's the word? Image issues. So no matter what she actually looked like, I think she would always be unhappy. Aoi grabs Junpei's arm and the two lumber away. I give up. I clearly can't compete with what Junpei has to offer her. I'm over her anyway. I had my chance in senior high school and I blew it. I've moved on. That was my conviction, right? I want her so badly. Well, I'll just keep moving forward. I'll find someone else to fill the void until I can have her. I'm over her. I'm over all of this. Junpei isn't even worth killing. I don't have the time to waste on him anyway. I have something like 70 requests to work on. I don't have time to be relaxing here. I need to go home and work and fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. If I do that, maybe I can get over Aoi. And if Corpse Girl becomes famous enough, maybe Aoi will respect me and love me, and we can be together, and we can go to Hawaii or Australia or Switzerland or Norway and drink hot cocoa in the sun and snuggle up together to stay cold, and we can get over our fears and anxieties together, and we will always be happy, even if Junpei dies and Aoi wouldn't even care about it, and she could just kiss me on the beach and we'd be so happy together. Everything would be so much better if Corpse Girl could get her shit together and just pull herself up from her mind and not drown in the endless thoughts of what if and who and why and what circulate like draining water within my brain. Everything would be so much better if Aoi just loved me like I love her. But for now, I'm over her. I have work to do. Okay, I was thinking maybe she was gonna start spiraling into a long ass fucking sentences again, but I do not mind hanging out with couples in general. Like, I do not mind being the third person to a couple. It depends on what we do. But the one time I was invited as a third wheel to watching a movie, that fucking sucked because I loved the movie, but I'm the type of person to talk about a movie afterwards and even during. It's like, hey, did you see? Oh my god, what? And you know, they didn't even watch the movie because they were too busy sucking face. I'm like, why do you go to a movie theater if you're just gonna be sucking face the entire time? Like, why waste that money to be sitting in a dark room for 2 hours with a bunch of strangers watching a movie and having, you know, whatever movie is playing? Like, what was it? I think it was Kung Fu Panda 2 or something. Like, it wasn't even a romantic... No, it wasn't Kung Fu Panda 2. No, that was too long ago. Anyway, it wasn't even a romantic movie. So, like, what's up with the voice cast? That's a very good question. Yeah, we have Anne in this one. We have Mishima in this one. We have several other people that I've already forgot about because I'm not good with English dub and voice actors. But yeah, there's voices in there, you know. You would know. You've never been in a position to be anyone's third wheel. That's good. I like the thrill of potentially getting caught. I mean, there's nothing wrong with kissing in a movie theater. It's just, why waste the money to see a movie in theaters when you could just as well watch a movie at home where it's comfy, it's just you two, or more people, I don't know, however many you'd like, and you could have fun that way. But maybe that's just me. Each corpse blurs into the next. They all look the same to me now. Each cause of death is just an insignificant fact, just a bullet point, a tiny detail to be incorporated into a photo. I've lost track of how many photos I've created tonight, 20, 30, but the requests keep coming in. I thought there were 70, but there's so many more now. 200? 300? I can't waste my time counting them. This one is going to die from a baseball bat to the face. This one is going to drown. This cute guy is going to sever his own head, and this pretty girl will electrocute herself. They're all going to leave beautiful corpses and beautiful photos. We'll have fun collecting corpses that look like these victims. Me and Tomoe and Kojiro will apply makeup to each corpse and we'll dress them up and we'll zip them up in cute little body bags and put a nice little ribbon on top and deliver them to our victims. And each one will die in turn and leave behind a beautiful corpse. Beautiful corpses all over Tokyo. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, my mom fell asleep in the cinema one time, but that's because I forced her to go to see a movie with me. Like a super late one, like at 10 in the night. And she was super tired by that point already, so I don't blame her. Beautiful just like me, so slim and skeletal and perfect, so real. Each corpse will look just a little bit like me, gorgeous. Kojiro called me gorgeous once. Aoya has never called me gorgeous. I don't have enough burner phones to send out all these photos. I'll have to use each phone multiple times. Maybe I can send 10 photos from my phone before I dump it. That's a good idea. It will reduce the amount of work. We also won't have enough room in the van to collect so many corpses from the morgue. I'll have to make a few trips, back and forth from the morgue to the factory to the morgue. So thank you for the pad and the hydro time and the posture check. 1 second. 10 PM is a reasonable time to go through theater? Oh, I have never gone back. No. I'm the type, I will fall asleep at that point as well. Because then it's another like 2 hours for the movie. And then you have to go back home, and then it's already like after midnight. I wonder how many bodies we can fit inside at once. 5, 10, 15 if you stack them all on top of each other. I wonder if I could squeeze in between them instead of sitting in the passenger seat. I'm pretty small. I'm pretty skinny. I could probably sit myself up in a body bag and hide amongst the cadavers and pop out and scare Kojiro when he opens up the van to unload them. Ooh, haha, got you, Kojiro. But you didn't know I was in here with the corpses. But I look just like them, don't I? Can you zip a body bag from the inside? I have to try it out. I can imagine Kojiro's shocked expression when I pop out like a naked singer bursting out of a birthday cake. Maybe he could script down before I get into the body bag. I bet he'd like that. I bet he'd like to see me slide out of the body bag completely bare with my pale skin and my bony arms and my scrawny legs. His eyes would pop out of his skull when he looks at my prominent ribcage, my hips and my tiny flat breasts. He'd probably think about it every night before he goes to sleep and fantasize about me and my perfect body, and he'd dream about cuddling up with me in a body bag and hiding between the cadavers in the van. And we even get an artwork for that. Boo! I can fall asleep anywhere, anytime.
Got you!
Fuck. What the fuck, Noriko?
I pull the top of the body bag down around me and let my chest breathe in the morning sunlight.
Ooh, boop!
Oops. My naked skin tingles from the fresh air. I don't think I've ever exposed this much skin to the sun. I giggle and watch Kojiro step back.
Got you! You didn't know I was in here!
I wrestle my arms free and make an L shape with my hand. I press it against my forehead.
Kojiro's a loser! Kojiro didn't know I was in here! Na.
Just wondering why you wouldn't answer your phone. You're naked.
Boo! Climb in here with me!
You okay?
Clearly.
Climb in!
I unzip the body bag further to make room for Kojiro, but he doesn't advance. He simply stands outside the van staring at me in disbelief.
1 sec.
He pulls his phone out of his pocket and presses it to his ear.
Yeah, found her. Back of the van. Yeah, in an HRP. Okay.
Kojiro hangs up the phone and puts his hands on his
Your
hips.
clothes in here too?
No, but I'm very cold. Come warm me up.
You're lucky we didn't leave the factory yet. These deliveries can wait. Go inside, get dressed.
Can't leave the body bag. I'm naked.
Shit.
Kojiro turns his phone to his face.
You bring her some clothes. Mad.
Mad? Kojiro approaches the van. He ducks his head under the roof and stares into my eyes.
Tomoe's coming outside. She has clothes.
Not gonna wear them. I'm a corpse now. I'm corpse girl.
Well, we don't know what specifically is wrong with her. Clearly, she's just a very normal person.
Okay.
What the actual fuck?
Hi.
Noriko, put these on.
Tomoe appears from nowhere and thrusts a hand out. In her fist is a shirt and a pair of tracksuit pants, but they don't belong to me.
This is all I have with me. Take them.
I reached out to grab the clothes, but then I pushed Tomoe's hand aside at the last second and sent the garments flying out of the van.
Little bitch.
Look at me. I'm a corpse. I'm corpse girl. Get inside the body bag with me, Tomoe. I want to snuggle.
Ain't no way in hell that's gonna happen. You finally cracked.
I think this is serious.
No way. You think? She's lost her mind. We gotta take her home.
Yeah. Noriko, get out of the van. Sit in the passenger seat.
No.
Noriko, please. We're worried about you. We're gonna take you home.
I don't have a home. I'm a corpse, remember? Take me to the morgue.
I perform my best corpse impression by sticking my tongue out of my mouth and rolling my eyes back. When nobody laughs, I decide to laugh for them.
Right. Enough.
Kojiro climbs into the van and grabs my wrists.
Let me go.
I mean, the entire thing is like, she's just imagining the situation, right? She's not actually done this yet. He forces my arms into the body bag so they're pinned by my side. I can't fight him off. He's far stronger than I'll ever be. He pulls up the zip on the body bag until it completely envelops me. Then he pushes me backwards so that I fall against a stack of cadavers. The van's door slams shut as soon as he climbs out. It's dark. I hear shuffling around outside and then the revving of the engine.
We're going to the morgue. We're going to the morgue.
I sing as loud as I can, but I don't think they can hear me.
Morgue. Morgue. Going to the morgue.
I laugh until I can't breathe, and then I decide to suffocate for a little bit. And then it's the next morning and you wake up in your own home. I just got an achievement that says Act 1 clear. Are you fucking kidding me? We switch. Oh. We switch whose point of view we fall. Oh my god. This was Act 1. This game has an Act 2, Act 3, a finale, and then several endings. Okay. I try to reflect on life every morning. Keeps me grounded. Keeps my mind busy. A busy mind is a happy mind. I like to assess myself like I'm judging my own life. Men will live like this and not see a problem. This is... I will post this on slash... what are the subreddits called? Or male living space. You could post this on male living space and they would be like, oh, nice. Why the fuck is the outlet that far up? What would you plug in that far up on a wall? An air conditioner maybe? But that, what the fuck? Kojiro, 34. Not much more to me than my name. Done a lot of things, lots of things I regret. A lot of things I don't. I'm happy overall, in a better place than I was a year ago. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies. I mean, the people said the game is like 12 hours. So I thought, okay, if I stream it, it's gonna be like 5 or 6 hours more. And we are approaching the 12 hours, so... You can't keep a short man from living. Stable job, small group of friends, couple of hobbies, enough to live a satisfying life. I've got ambitions, desires, passions, and fears. Who doesn't? I'm clever, at least in my own opinion. I speak a little French, a lot of Japanese, English not so much. Dad always told me girls like multilingual guys. Haven't proven that theory yet. Been a while since I was in a relationship, and she never cared for my second language. There's someone new I'm interested in. She's strange, dark, deep. She's my manic pixie dream girl. Like me. Oh, She doesn't get me though, but I get her. I understand everything about her. Maybe she'll come around, maybe not. It's probably enough self-reflection for today. I get caught up sometimes. Easy to slip too far inside my mind. But things to do today. Deliveries to make. The boss is cracking the whip. Already eaten breakfast, that's one thing off my to-do list. Might need a coffee though. Should have time to stop by the cafe. I grabbed my keys, phone, wallet, and a book for the train ride.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny in my high school days. Not so funny anymore, but it stuck with me. I found it hard to break habits. I'll leave the apartment behind. It occurs to me that it might be the last time. Probably not, but a possibility. My mind always thinks of such things, always prepared for the worst.
Okay.
Benefit of living near the train station is not having to walk far, but the noise pierces my apartment. I've learned to sleep through it. Platform is quiet today, must have beaten the rush. Going straight to the factory today. The blonde girl will drive from there. Tomo. Always on the tip of my tongue. I like the factory, spent a lot of time there with my dad. He worked hard, but he always had time for me. But the factory is different now, colder, reminds me too much of the morgue. Not surprising though, not since Noriko made it her home. She calls it a corpse factory. Not a fan of the name. I like morbid things, but the factory meant a lot to me. Now it means nothing. It's just a place I go. I still see Dad there sometimes. I picture him working away. I know he's not really there, just my mind remembering better times. I miss him a lot. Hope he's proud of me.
Can you help me load up?
Yeah.
The blonde girl is standing by a flatbed trolley. It's piled high with 4 cadavers. Each one is sealed in an HRP. I take the trolley and steer it toward our van. The back door is already open. A quick peek inside reveals Noriko is not hiding within.
Okay.
I guess she did do it! For real. Also, thank you for the Ivory Town wheel. I hoist the first cadaver off the trolley and load it in the van. The second one follows, then the third. I wipe a trickle of sweat from my brow. Hot today. Should take off my coat. Maybe later. Man, birthday. He liked his dad. His dad just died because he couldn't work anymore, I think. What did he say? He tried to, like, make his own thing and it didn't work out. You missed Noriko going a little more bonkers than usual. And now we're following Kojiro's path, actually, apparently. She's a very specific man of imagining things that just didn't line up with Kojiro's behavior. Yeah, that's true. That's true. One more cadaver on a trolley. Into the van it goes.
You're pretty quick.
I can fix him. I can make him worse.
Yeah.
I gotta ask, why are you still helping her?
Loyalty?
Yeah, right.
She means a lot to me. Even if I don't mean much to her.
I don't think anyone means much to her anymore.
Might be right.
I look straight at the girl. Not the type I'd normally associate with. Feels like her usually think I'm a freak, or not normal. Either or. We've gotten to know each other a little. Wouldn't call her a friend yet.
Why do you still hang around?
Dunno. All this shit freaked me out from the start, but it's weird. Feels like we're achieving something, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it ain't right. Just feels like I got a purpose now.
Purpose.
I can't count how many people have died because of us. The last month has been wild. But I don't even lose sleep over it anymore.
Neither. Never did.
Figures. I'm probably gonna go to hell.
Hell.
You know, for all the bad shit I've been doing. Even if I'm not actually killing people, I'm still enabling it. Don't you ever think we're gonna go to hell?
You believe in the concept of hell and heaven?
Don't believe in the place.
I never used to, but just been thinking lately, that's all. But between this and working at the office part-time, I can send some decent cash to my kid brother and sister, you know? Now that Noriko's paying us anyway.
Wait, where's she getting money from?
You're getting paid?
Oh shit, you're not?
Joking. I'm getting
What?
paid.
What?
That would have been awkward.
The girl yawns and shuffles on the spot. She looks back to the factory. The roller door at the loading dock is wide open.
Bring the trolley?
Okay.
I hate it here. She walks away. I grab the trolley and wheel it back to the loading dock. I abandon the trolley and step inside the factory. Oh, wow!
You here?
The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn-out thing. Fade fabric, torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered by a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
Huh? What time is it?
Time to get up.
Come on.
Got work to do.
How many deliveries today?
That's the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
Literally, all three of you have issues!
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible. Like rotting flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gesture toward the racks of cadavers that fill the factory. We acquired some warehouse wrecking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed slaves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days. But sometimes we forget. And it's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench could make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay. You probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Noriko doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpse Girl's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. Still for Noriko, couldn't care less about Corpse Girl's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worth it. This is the only way I can think of to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie, all of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years! Ha! Just needed her to believe she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves a goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her. A heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. I let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, the day she moved into her apartment. This guy's been stalking her for way longer than she thought she'd known him. Oh my god. Okay. Clearly. I was underestimating this game. Clearly. I've kept close by ever since. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Noriko. I mean... So him meeting her in the library and being like, oh, are you perhaps interested in this book? Funny was a calculated move. Oh my god. Physical labor always makes me hungry. A normal human trait, I would assume. I take a seat at the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is fast photography. I borrowed it from Noriko. She doesn't know. And I flip open the cover and reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Noriko at this very same restaurant. She was eating omelet rice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly, but she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned then that she's a girl that would rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Noriko's traits endearing. It's hard not to fall for someone in love with educating herself. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add it to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Omelet rice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume this is Noriko's favorite. Funnily enough, it was Dad's favorite too. I devoured the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Uh-oh. Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can see who sits down across from me. I quickly return my glasses to their rightful place.
Go Jimbo, right?
Why are you here? No! No!
Kojiro,
I don't think so.
trust me. You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
Okay, congratulations. You have a last name. The Rotten Stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up?
I don't know you.
What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while. Let's talk about Corpse Girl.
What? The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah?
What?
I seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
Help.
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
I don't like this guy. The full man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than a
I
factory.
want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Noriko targeted his sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths have raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Noriko's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city. People whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Noriko was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept their hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone.
Nah, that's your girlfriend who kills, right?
Here, check this shit.
Human removal service! Remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. The guy shows me his phone. There's a webpage on the screen. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
The Human Removal Service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. I read that one. Following the text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They're running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victims' details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan.
Sure you are.
Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler, more profesh, you know?
The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. And what's his endgame?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the human removal service. I bookmark the site and scroll down to fill in the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why not?
Why are you worried? Not like the killer would target an accomplice.
Of course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Frickin' weirdo.
His face is contorted into a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Of course not! Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I entered his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured out what I figured out. Don't care. I need to tell Noriko. Oh. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
You love this new version of Death Note. She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She drops her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold out my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims, but there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse. He'll just laugh it off.
I'm sorry, how am I playing what right now?
No, I know that. We really kill him.
Noriko is silent. It's the unthinkable, something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy, I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me, he may very well know Noriko. But what character we're playing at? Kojiro.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Check his profile.
Noriko doesn't waste any time in bringing up his noise profile.
Oh, shit!
I peer over at the phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend!
Aoi, your friend.
Aoi, the girl that Noriko never stops talking about. The cute and shy one. The one I followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Noriko's. Needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know, I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while.
Clearly.
Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind, I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right? Not the one that I crafted. The other one I found on her phone.
Sure.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stab Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
Oh. I get it. Kill two birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred
That
lives
makes
in the past
sense.
month at least.
I mean, the copycat has to have worked on, what was her name? They talked about it earlier. The one that ended, the one that was sexually assaulting Shinya. Like, clearly she did what Noriko was originally telling her to do, like doing the whole, oh, bring the money there, blah, blah, blah. But I assume she got another picture with instruction right before the whole, oh, she stabbed like 3 people and then herself at the train station.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by Corpse Girl, but we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50%, and it has been dropping rapidly. It would seem that Corpse Girl's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of Corpse Girl increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave into fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which the victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life, they call the police, have the corpse removed, they go on with life.
We haven't been doing so well lately, but the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? Threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also
Maybe
end
they
up
both
dead?
get a picture.
Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and
they
then kill
end up
yourself
killing each
anyway?
other.
It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She's given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Kojiro, and be careful.
Of course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Oh, you are so normal. Quite a bit of time has passed since he went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on, he should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of this alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting, but he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit, front only. Well, perfectly normal and can be trusted. Yeah. But he'd climbed out a window. Now that big guy, not very fit. Even if he'd attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often. His favorite place. Likely where he met Aoi. She still works here according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? What does Noriko see in Aoi for that matter? The girl is boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here goes. Oh boy. Can't believe this guy traveled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why does he travel so far just to visit a maid cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is above this little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
I wanted to talk.
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I strode up to him and pressed my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fistfight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his hat back and spits in my face. A disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap 2 of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I sever the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splint and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I hook my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth comes loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow. He's just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his leg flails limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move toward him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience. Have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Noriko will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles. His feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively, nor literally. I kick him in the ribs and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again, and again, and again. 1 of 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation, kicking in the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Do you think they asked him to record those voice lines over and over, or are they just playing the same one all the time? A moment's silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks, but a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
I frown and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your herald?
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary, a prophet, and he's immortal.
Sure he is.
He's more powerful than Corpse Squirrel?
Hi, I'm doing fine. We're cornering someone into hopefully giving us some information, and we're clearly not doing it using any improper means.
Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girls. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge him to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. Excuse me. That was what Noriko and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I'll tilt my neck from side to side and hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. Oh, that's a good one though. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Noriko I'd kill him. I told her to take care of our problem.
Junpei?
Aw, fuck off! A girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Aoi Sato, Noriko's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto. Sauce! I need the sauce! I almost killed your boyfriend! Sauce! I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Noriko. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Noriko. Well, that's option 1. Option 2...
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Noriko would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn on my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to a wounded dog. This action will have consequences! When I was with Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She bought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. Yes, it does mean sorry. Oh, you will remember that. But Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste of it, for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something she would find palatable. She died and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. Wait, she died? Oh my god, I completely just didn't realize like that I said she died until I read it again. Okay. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe. More specifically, I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was careless of me to discard the gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something that symbolized what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shizuko in some ways. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favorite authors. But the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think that I lost to recommend books that fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuko. I wish someone would ask. Just once. It would be nice to know someone cares even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuko. No one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles, I aimlessly pick a tome from the shelf at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed pain I've never heard of. It will do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring. Drivel. I can't read this. Wait, drivel? Drivel? I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven, but it's my birthday, and Shizuko isn't here to get me a gift. It's your birthday?! Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. He's a Leo. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko. I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35. Fuck, where did the years go? Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Noriko. Technically, I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I ask her some trivial questions, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduce myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. Oh, nah! It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. I bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few last things, a couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knuckle bones. Is that a fancy word for something I just don't know, or does he mean like literal bones? The usual stuff. Thank you for the posture check and the high time. Are we talking about, you know, the bones in your knuckles? Or is that a fancy... Oh my god. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. No, I will keep the thought I had just now to myself and wait. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shizuko. She looked so much like Shizuko. She shook hands with her landlord. She said her name aloud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home. My place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz, was just leaving.
Oh no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
I have a very uncomfortable feeling about the moldy smell in the apartment. I do not want to be proven right.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but I didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. Body and wall, yeah. Because I made that joke some streams ago. I don't want to be proven right. No. I do not want to be proven right. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous, still takes my breath away, just like Shizuko once did. She refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally, Tomo will go and fetch the things she needs, clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point, I got delegated to selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also, Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos. It's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favorite work. It's tedious, and I don't have the eye for detail that she does. But I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. I didn't realize I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Saz, I'll see you in a few
Saz.
hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay, I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse God's walk for weeks. Didn't think taking this morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently it rubbed her the wrong way. But juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuku's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library.
I'm home.
I close the front door behind me. My place is always dark. The tiny sliver of sunlight filters in from a gap between the closed curtains. You should make Mad and Saz into redeems. Saz. I like it this way. I spend countless nights underneath the unholy lights of the morgue. The fluorescent glow messes with my eyes. So I keep my apartment dark. It's comforting. The place is small, smaller than my last apartment. At any rate, Noriko's apartment. Tiny living space, one bedroom, a kitchenette. The bathroom is pitiful, a half-sized tub with a shower head above it, a toilet, no sink. I need to use the kitchen sink after finishing my business. But it's home. Moving here after deciding to leave my old place was a change I needed after Shizuku died. I threw away so much of my life from back then. I'm almost a completely different person now. Almost. I've kept my habits, mannerisms, the parts of me people find weird or off-putting. Can't help it, that's just how I am. All those quirky attributes that Shizuku couldn't stand. They're still with me. She's gone and I'm still here.
Come on.
I shake my head at the sound of my own voice. What a birthday. What a pointless day. Dwelling on the past doesn't suit me. I moved on from Shizuku a long time ago. I'm only stuck on her today because of my birthday. Because this day reminds me of the damn French press she bought for me. But it's gone now and she's gone. All that remains is me. That's the way it always has been. Probably the way it always will be.
Enough. Time for work.
I don't feel like staying in and relaxing. I shuffle toward the tall, narrow cabinet in the far corner of my living space. I hoist the door open and look at my clean white coat. It's not stained or dusty like the one I keep on display near the window. It's my good coat, the one I reserve for special days, like my birthday. The white coat is resting comfortably on a white mannequin inside the white cabinet. I hate the color white. It serves no purpose. Despite its useless color, the mannequin holding the coat does serve a purpose. It carries my treasured possessions. Perhaps mannequin isn't the most fitting word for it, but it will do. Oh. Well, what do you mean mannequin isn't the most fitting word? As I grab my coat, the sleeve catches on the mannequin's fingers. I tug at it gently and manage to release the coat from the mannequin's bony limb.
Later.
Habit of mine to say goodbye to empty rooms. Used to be funny when rooms were truly empty. Not so funny anymore. Not when that face stares back at me from within the cabinet. Nothing to do about it.
Happy birthday!
What is happening?
Thanks.
I don't have a gift for you. I'm sorry.
All good.
Noriko runs her hand along her opposite arm shyly, not like her to act so awkward and embarrassed.
I just didn't know. That's all.
I know.
She seems truly disappointed in herself for not knowing about my birthday.
I looked at my noise feed, and it even has a notification that today's the day. I'm sorry. I don't have a reasonable excuse.
It's fine. Really. What's on the agenda today?
I want to break away from this discussion. I hate my birthday. I hate Shizuku for leaving me. Noriko sweeps a stray strand of hair behind her ear and contemplates a question.
12 deliveries. Tomoe has already prepped the bodies. She's waiting in the van. I've sent the photos to the victims.
Only 12 today?
We're not getting many new requests. All of today's deliveries are just part of our backlog. There aren't many corpses left here, actually. We've managed to work our way through most of them. Have to visit the morgue again soon.
I see.
Things seem to be slowing down.
I don't think he killed Shizuku. He definitely has her body. And he's using that as the mannequin. That's what I think. That's what I think that sentence implied, yes. Because I doubt he actually outright killed her, because he keeps talking about like her leaving him. And he also said that he'd been taking bodies from the morgue for years. So I'm like,
The copycat is stealing our business. I just know it.
Maybe.
Oh, that reminds me. Whatever happened to Allie's boyfriend?
about that.
What do you mean?
I can't believe I forgot about it. You were going to kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow I'd forgotten about that too. Caught up in my own head today. Junpei Matsumoto.
Is he dead?
Unlikely.
Noriko's pout prompts me to explain.
Heard him good, but Aoi arrived before I could go further.
Shit. Did she see you?
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't owe me, though.
I suppose. Wait. You didn't hurt Aoi, did you?
No. The tone of panic in her gasping voice is impossible to
Of
disregard.
course not.
Aoi's innocent, you know? She can't get caught up in all this.
I know.
I'd never heard a friend of Noriko's, unless they heard me first. Self-defense or something.
So, what do we do about Junpei? If he's still alive, he knows that you're involved with the morgue and with Corpse Girl.
Don't know. Actually, he did say something interesting.
What did he say?
I quote, "Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand." End quote.
The Herald? Who the fuck is the Herald?
Alright.
Did you mishear? Was it supposed to be Gerald?
Herald. Apparently some prophet. A visionary.
What if our power trio is gonna get killed by Aoi?
Junpei says he's immortal.
Immortal? You're not serious.
Every killing is carried out by him personally.
What the hell? How is that even possible? How can someone kill so many people without getting caught?
Didn't see Harald coming. I shrug. My tongue subconsciously licks the gap where my tooth once was.
Guess he's good.
What a pain in the ass.
Anyway, I'll take care of those deliveries.
Thanks. I'm going to try and dig up something.
Dig up?
Not literally. Information. Online.
Had me excited there for a moment.
Yay! Grave digging!
Don't worry. You'll be the first person I tell if I decide to go digging up bodies.
Thanks.
I throw Noriko a lazy wave and take my leave.
You finally good to go?
Yeah.
Good. I want to get this over with.
Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
It's funny to think that Tomoe knows about my birthday. I assume she read about it on Noise since we're now friends.
Get any prezzies?
Prezzies?
Not one.
Lame. What do you like? I'll buy you something.
Really? You'd do that for me?
Of course. You may be a creep, but birthdays are the best. Everyone deserves a present.
I think she's being nice. Not a fan of being called a creep.
Well, I'd like a French press.
Would I?
What's that?
A coffee press.
Oh, I know those. Yeah, sure. I'll order you one. Cool?
Cool. Thanks.
Mad.
Sure. Happy birthday, Kojiro.
Surprisingly, she steps forward to give me a short hug. It feels nice. Contact. She's warm, not like Noriko or the way I imagine Noriko to be. Her hair smells wonderful, like coconut. I'm not sniffing it on purpose. I'm not trying to play up my reputation as a creep, but it's impossible not to smell it when we're this close. Her fingers tap against my back a few times, and then she releases the hug. A smile as warm as a touch spreads across her face.
Come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
Tomoe opens the van driver's side door and scoots inside. As the door shuts behind her, I can't help but entertain the thought of what she would be like to have as a girlfriend, a partner, a lover. She's nicer than I originally thought, heart's in the right place. But she's not Noriko. I shake the fleeting thoughts from my mind and urge myself to get on with things. Delivery time. Tomoe is the best character we have here, for real. Mock duties have felt mundane lately, boring, pointless. Lots of things I'd rather be doing. Had to come in early today thanks to an influx of deceased patients from the hospital. The chimney, its position, we thought the gap between our chat message was a visual error. Bodies get passed through the hospital halls and land in my lap unceremoniously. They need tagging, need to be added to inventory, need to be stored. That was needed on some people. Don't know where I'm going to store this lot. Running out of room in this place, only a handful of cold chambers still available. I can thank the human removal service for that. This isn't the only morgue in the area, but it's one of the biggest. A lot of cadavers end up here. A lot of victims. Weeks ago I used to smile every time one of Corpse Girl's victims entered this hollowed place. It was kind of poetic. Noriko cherry-picked corpses from this morgue. Those corpses were delivered to victims. The victims died and they ended up here as fresh cadavers, ready to repeat the cycle. It was beautiful, the circle of death. Now, it's rare for Corpse Girl's victims to arrive. More common are the victims of the human removal service, at least that's my speculation. When multiple homicide victims arrive on your doorstep every day, it's not hard to piece things together. Lacerations, dismembered limbs, rope marks, bludgeoned skulls, myriad mortal wounds inflicted on the flesh. I always suspected Corpse Girl's copycat was behind the sheer amount of deaths raging across Tokyo. Seeing the fruits of the copycat's labors firsthand has convinced me that we're not dealing with simple suicides. And Junpei Matsumoto's words still ring clearly in my ears. Now a herald, he carries out all the killings personally. And all adds up. Corpse Girl has truly met her match. While the human removal service continues to claim countless lives, Corpse Girl's success is rapidly declining. Much to Noriko's chagrin, Corpse Girl has become so well known that the general public no longer fears her. Like a figure from folklore or a fictional character, everybody knows the name Corpse Girl, but only the truly gullible believe she can kill people. I call it the Bloody Mary effect. If someone is predisposed to believe in a horrific entity, they will convince themselves that that entity truly exists. When targeted by Corpse Girl, such a person will succumb to suicide in an attempt to escape a potentially more grisly fate. In reality, they simply play right into the trap that Corpse Girl laid for them. Those that treat Corpse Girl as no more than an entertaining piece of folklore, like Bloody Mary, are immune to the fear. Someone like this can receive a photo of their own corpse and shrug it off as no more of a threat than a spam mail. It's ironic that the success Noriko has sought for so long is the very thing that has rendered Corpse Girl's methods ineffective. I wouldn't say all of this to Noriko's face. She's well aware of the situation. As for the human removal service, no one seems to know about it. There's no mention of it anywhere on the internet. Anywhere I can access at any rate. Grizzly? What did I say, Grizzly? Police investigating the string of homicides haven't mentioned it. If the site relies on users to request deaths, I'm at a loss as to how people are learning about it. It truly seems to be some sort of shadow organization, except for the fact that Junpei Matsumoto essentially walked right up to me and revealed himself. I don't know his motives for doing so, and I don't know how he found out I'm involved with Corpse Girl's work. I really should take care of him. You said it as Grizzly, and that's the point. It does sound like Grizzly. Oh, what? It's supposed to be Grizzly. Oh, okay. I hate the English language. A knock at the door. I rub my eyes and sit up slowly. Must have fallen asleep in my chair again. Still groggy, I get up and look through the front door's peephole. A single lonely package sits on a doormat. Don't know where it came from, haven't ordered anything online lately. I swing the door open and pick up the plain brown parcel. Something rattles inside. Bringing it indoors, I slip my thumb underneath the packing tape and tear it open. Nestled on a bed of packing foam is a white box adorned with the image of a French press.
A coffee maker.
Tomoe. That's right, this is a gift from Tomoe. She really bought me a birthday gift, something that I truly wanted. My friend, Tomoe. After putting the package down, I retrieve my phone and open up Noise. Thank you for the birthday present. You got it already? Just now? That's a good brand too. Sweet! Glad you like it. Maybe I'll brew you a cup one day. Ah. Yes, please. Extra sugar. You got it. Tomoe doesn't send a follow-up message. I take it to mean the conversation has expired. It feels good that she did such a nice thing for me. Almost forgotten what it's like to have someone care. Pity she has a boyfriend. Never stops going on about him. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't misconstrue a kind of gesture as affection. She was simply bestowing a birthday gift. Something most people would do for a friend. Something Noriko didn't even attempt. Don't know how to break down Noriko's barriers. Been trying for a long time. She just never seems to warm up. Maybe chasing her is a lost cause. But I'm tired of being lonely. I'm so tired. Noriko, Tomoe, I don't care. If either of them would accept me, I would give them everything I am. I just don't want to be alone anymore. Oh god, my guy. The start of another long night. Alone, like always. The cadavers can hardly be called company. They don't speak, don't laugh at my jokes. Not like living people laugh at my jokes anyway. You're telling me that sound effect is supposed to be a beep boop?
Yeah?
Hey, I think I mentioned this a day or two ago, but our reserves have pretty much dried up.
Okay.
Reserves. She means a stash of corpses at the factory. She has a way with words.
Anyway, 3 new requests came through today. I'm really excited. Maybe things will pick up again.
Maybe.
I'll send through photos of the Vix. Can you select some corpses that resemble them? Tomoe will come by with the van.
Okay.
Thanks. Are you okay? You're pretty quiet. More than usual, anyway.
I'm fine.
I see. Well, thanks. I'm sending the photos now. Message me when you're done. I'll send Tomoe over.
Yeah.
I end the call and return my phone to my pocket. It vibrates 3 times in quick succession as Noriko's photos automatically download. 3 requests, not much, but enough to lift her spirits. I scan the array of cold chambers lining the walls. This place is packed to the gills. Shouldn't be a problem to find some matches for her. I take a stroll alongside the left row of chambers. All of the bodies within are due for cremation. I can take my pick from here, just like always, business as usual. I fish my phone out once more and examine the new photos. 2 women, 1 man. Middle-aged, young adults. Normal, everyday people. Corpse Girl will rub her fingers around their throats and try to kill them. Will they shrug off the attempt on their lives? Time will tell. I'll do my best to help Noriko end their lives. I wanted to toward the computer at the end of the room and log into the inventory system. Time to find some suitable bodies.
The corpses you picked out are good. 2 of them, anyway.
What's wrong with the third?
He looks a bit too old. Older than the victim, at any rate.
I see. Sorry.
It's not a problem.
Wow, he said
It'll still
sorry
be
and not
convincing.
sauce for once. What the fuck? Who's this?
Are we delivering them today?
No, I received even more requests overnight. I need you to go select more cadavers.
Sheesh. Again?
Sorry. Aren't you happy that we're busy again?
Couldn't care less. I'm only doing this for you.
It's the truth, even if she doesn't want to hear it.
I heard that Tomoe got you a birthday gift.
Way to change the subject.
I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be your friend, and I was just so caught up within my own head that I couldn't be bothered with your birthday.
You could get him something now, if you want it.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
So, if you'll accept a late gift, is there anything you would like?
A date. With you.
Anything else?
No.
You're being awfully forward today. I thought we agreed to just be friends. What's gotten into you?
Nothing. Forget it.
I have to look away from her to prevent her from seeing the snarl on my face.
I'll go pick out some cadavers for you.
No, I think she just sits on her little futon the entire day. Unless, like, maybe she does still prep them, like, puts makeup on them, but...
Later.
Okay.
Like, she hasn't gone to the apartment. She hasn't been to work. I doubt she still works there. I do not understand how she's paying them both. I mean, I don't know how much they get paid, but with what money? I step away and mutter to myself.
Stupid.
I'm so stupid. Why am I acting so desperately around her all of a sudden?
Yo.
Yo.
What kind of hello is that? Frick.
Sauce. In a mood.
Sauce.
Always the case with you, ain't it?
Seems to be.
She gets me.
Listen, how about that cup of coffee you promised me?
Huh?
You know, come on, don't make me say it. You said you'd brew me some coffee with that French press thing. And, well, I could really use a cup, you know.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Zaz, Noriko has sent me to the morgue.
Why? She kill ya?
No.
Takes me a second to get that she's joking.
Oh.
Toma smiles warmly and waves a finger in the
I'm
air.
gonna go ahead and guess that it ain't every day a pretty girl offers to have coffee with ya. So are we doing this or what?
I can't fathom a reason for Toma's recent shift of attitude toward me. When we first started working together, she could hardly tolerate being in the same room as me. And now she wants me to brew coffee for her? Why? Does she want something from me? Is she in love with me? No, she's not. Definitely not. No one loves me. Even so, I don't want to be alone. How can I refuse her offer?
Okay, I can put off the morgue until later.
You finally came to your senses, huh? Well, come on then. Let's go to your place. I'll drive.
My place? The last time a girl visited my home, it was back when I lived in Noriko's apartment. Back when Shizuko... Lucky my tongue serves to distract me from the painful memories.
Let's go.
Oh boy. This is not...
This is your place, huh?
Damn, bro, you live like this?
It's freaking dark in here.
Zaz.
You a vampire or something?
Of course not. I was just outside in the sun with you.
True that.
Toma looks around the small room and stands uncomfortably by the wall.
You don't bring girls back here very often, do ya?
No.
Maybe if you made the place look more appealing, then girls just might want to come back here.
You're here.
Sure, but I'm complaining, ain't I?
Damn, bro, you live like this?
Why are you here anyway? It's not for coffee, is it?
You're a sharp one, ain't ya?
Yeah.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you away from, you know.
Your boyfriend?
No! Jeez! Away from Noriko!
Oh.
See, this whole thing's been going downhill, wouldn't you agree? All this shit with trying to make people off themselves? Sure, I'm used to it by now, but shit started to hit the fan.
How so?
Well, there's the business with, what was it? The human removal service?
Noriko told you about that?
Yeah, of course. We're besties, you know?
We're besties.
They've been out there killing and killing, and the police want to shift all the blame onto Corpse Girl. After all, Corpse Girl is the only killer that has gone public.
That's true.
Her name and website are written all over the body bags we deliver. People talk and everyone knows about her. So, of course the police are gonna assume she's behind all the murders. Except she's not. Not really. A handful of them here and there, but even then, they're just suicides. Corpse Girl. Noriko. She ain't out there slashing necks and drowning people and setting houses on fire.
That's true.
She ain't doing any of that shit going down on the news.
I know all this.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if things keep up at this rate, the cops are gonna find her. Noriko.
I'm surprised you guys have not been found yet. Like, clearly you've been doing this for a few months now. Nothing's happened.
And she's gonna get locked up for life. I ain't gonna lie. She deserves it. The stuff she's doing is messed up. Thing is, me and you, we're accomplished.
Accomplices?
Yeah, that. We're in neck deep. If Noriko gets put on ice, we get taken along with her.
I see. You're worried about going to prison.
Of course I am. I got people to take care of. What would Shinya do if I got locked up? What would he think of me? Not to mention my little brother and sister.
Tomo's crestfallen countenance makes the room feel darker than it truly is. Her watery eyes break away from mine. She tries hard to restrain herself from sobbing.
I don't think I can do this anymore. No matter how much she pays me, I just can't keep risking it.
I understand. This is difficult for her. She's torn between loyalty to your friend and her own freedom.
I think your course of action is clear.
It is?
Yes. You need to step away from the game. It won't do us any good if you're not totally invested. You can make a fatal mistake that has consequences for all of us. If you're not committed, not focused, it's best that you part ways with Noriko.
You know, you really are more understanding than you look. I thought you were a total social outcast with no feelings or empathy.
Thanks.
Let me finish. I was wrong. You're all right, Kojiro. I'll take your advice. I'll talk to Noriko and tell her I ain't cut out for this anymore.
It's for the best. I guess we won't hang out anymore.
Do we ever hang out?
Well, our deliveries, our time at the factory. Dunno. Kind of grew to like it.
Kojiro. Oh, shit. I forgot. There's something I still need to do for Noriko.
What's that?
She asked me to go to her apartment and pick up some clean clothes for her. I owe her that much at least.
Uh-oh.
You wanna come with me?
Her apartment?
Noriko's apartment. My apartment. Not anymore. I haven't lived there for a while, but it will always feel like mine. I wonder if there are any old memories to find between its walls.
Okay, I'll come with you. Do I need
I
to
don't
break
want to
any
find
windows?
anything in those walls.
No, of course not. Noriko gave me her keys.
I see.
You sound disappointed.
I shrug and let the accusation slide. Should be trying to get Noriko away from it as well. I didn't expect a flood of mundane recollections to drown my mind as soon as I started climbing the staircase. This place has such a hold over me. My past life, my life with Shizuko. It's so foggy, but so familiar. I don't even feel like the same person I was back then. But of course I'm the same. I'm still me. And the stench ingrained in these walls.
Every time I come in here, it smells worse and worse.
Gee, I wonder why.
What is it?
Don't know.
Mold? Mildew? No. It's more sickening than that. It's something rotten.
Yuck. Anyway, her place is up just a few more levels.
I know.
Oh, you've been here before? Huh.
Tomoe abandons her thoughts in the air and continues to climb the stairs. And we reach the landing below Noriko's floor, a young girl's voice rings out.
Hello? Daddy?
It doesn't take long to identify the owner of the voice. A girl no older than 7 is knocking repeatedly on the door of an apartment. She notices our arrival.
Who are you?
Kojiro.
Hello there. My name is Tomoe. What's your name?
Momo.
Nice to meet you, Momo. Do you live here?
Mm-hmm. The door's locked. I can't get inside.
I see.
Somehow the girl has locked herself outside her own apartment.
Is your mommy or daddy home?
I think Daddy is home, but he won't answer the door.
Let me try, okay?
The young girl hesitantly nods, nervousness evident on her features. Tomoe slams her fists against the apartment door, unafraid of holding back her strength.
Yo! Anyone home up in here? Hello? Anyone there?
After a good 30 seconds of pounding the door, Tomoe puts her hands on her hips.
Are you sure your dad is home right now?
I think so. He was here right before I went outside to play.
Tomoe grimaces and looks me dead in the
You don't
eyes.
think something happened, do you?
Don't know.
I crouch down and rest my weight on one knee so that I come face to face with the girl.
What's your dad's name?
It's Kenji.
Kenji, huh? And what was he doing before you went to play?
Momo twiddles her fingers uncomfortably. Her expression turns thoughtful as she tries to remember.
He was watching TV.
I see. Thank you.
I stand back up and turn to Tomoe. She raises an eyebrow as if in disbelief of the polite persona I adopted to talk to the girl.
If he's got the TV on, it might be too loud for him to hear us. Anyway, I'm sure he'll open the door soon. We should go up to Noriko's.
You're unbelievable. I ain't leaving this girl here. What if something bad happened to her dad?
Something happened to Dad?
No! Oh, honey, I didn't mean it like that. Kojiro, we need to get in there.
Tomoe's sentence is cut off as the apartment door suddenly opens. A formidable man, broad-shouldered and with a smoldering expression, now inhabits the open doorway. Oh no, why is he there? Oh no, 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 no.
Clear the doorway.
He takes one look at Momo and then turns his neck to bug at somebody behind him.
Daughter's right here.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Bring her with us. Hurry it up.
Stern man pushes past me and I stumble as I try to get out of his way. I don't like being pushed around, but the sight of half a dozen uniformed police officers shuffling out of the apartment behind him encourages me not to retaliate.
Daddy?
Dragged along behind one of the officers is a handcuffed man in disheveled clothes.
Momo! Oh, thank God.
Wait, why is he in oh, okay, he's not dead. Good. Why is he in handcuffs?
Sweetie, Daddy has to go to the police station for a little bit.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I mean, I thought they would find him dead, right? But I'm not sure if this is better. That's the neighbor, yes. Before he can squeeze out another word, the police officers yank him away from his daughter. He's accompanied downstairs and disappears from view within moments.
Daddy! Come back! Daddy!
The final police officer to exit the apartment bends down in front of Momo. He mumbles something to her, then grabs her shoulders in an attempt to steer her toward the staircase.
Let go of me! Daddy!
What the fuck is going on here?
Tomo takes a step toward the officer, her fingers slowly curling into a fist.
Don't.
I clutch her fist in my own and force her to lower it.
Don't get involved. It's a police matter.
I think she understands my vague warning as she stops struggling against me.
Momo,
The young girl is escorted downstairs and Tomo stands defeated next to me.
what the hell just happened?
That is a great question. I guess we're not gonna find out anytime soon. Tomo is uncharacteristically quiet as she searches Noriko's apartment for clean clothing. Witnessing the man, Kenji, get arrested in front of his own daughter seems to have dampened Tomo's spirits. Although he's a stranger, I can't help but feel bad for the guy. Don't know what he did wrong, but surely his daughter didn't need to see that going down.
You okay?
Tomo ignores me as she rifles through Noriko's drawers. I decide to bite my tongue and simply take a seat on the edge of the bed. The first man to leave that apartment, the guy with broad shoulders, he looked familiar. Very familiar. Seemed to be in charge of the officers. Detective. Yes, that's it. Police detective. I've seen him on TV a few times lately. Wait, Tomo definitely recognized him? She knows that Shinya's dad. She had dinner with him before. He's the one heading up the investigation of the recent homicides. The one accusing Corpse Girl of being the culprit behind the human removal service's string of murders. Interesting. Then, the man he apprehended, Kenji. Is he involved with the case? Is he a suspect? Is he the herald? A neighbor of Noriko's? Could it truly be? Could Kenji truly be the lead of the human removal service? I try to connect all the dots in my mind. He lives close to Noriko. He might even be on speaking terms with her. He might have access to Noriko's computer, her website. She's been using his Wi-Fi the entire time. Could he have been the original hacker stealing Corpse Girl's requests, the copycat? It all seems coincidental, but it almost makes sense. It's more likely than not that the copycat is someone who personally knows Noriko. Someone who has an inside view of her life. But what's his motive? Looked like a normal guy, just a father living with his daughter. What could have inspired him to embark on a killing spree? Actually, for that matter, what inspired Noriko to do the same in the first place? Never mind that, it's irrelevant right now. Kenji, are you the one I've been looking for? Are you allied with Junpei Matsumoto? Are you the prophet, the herald, the one capable of standing toe-to-toe with Corpse Girl?
Okay, I'm done.
I blink a few times and look at Tomoe. She's standing with a pile of clothes neatly nestled in her arms.
Can we get going?
Yeah.
Leaving now is for the best. I want to get home, want to spend some time with my thoughts. There's a lot of new information to sort through. What the fuck is going on? Oh, hey, Wednesday. Not a morning person, never have been. But running with Noriko has forced me to get up early more times than I can count. Doesn't mean I'm getting used to it, still can't prevent myself from yawning. Doesn't help that last night was a sleepless one. Couldn't convince my overactive mind to take a break. Even distractions didn't help, couldn't concentrate on reading, couldn't focus on tidying the apartment. Nothing worked. The same questions kept bouncing around the inside of my skull. When the sun came up, I decided to stop torturing myself and just confront Noriko. Perhaps she has some answers. I can't. I keep trying to hold him down, but it doesn't work.
Wake up.
I lean over her near lifeless body and whisper sharply. Don't want to scare her awake, don't want her to ignore me either.
Noriko, wake up.
The whisper becomes more of a hiss and the girl before me begins to stir. She rubs her eyes, a familiar sight thanks to all the times I've woken her up lately.
Again, Kojiro?
Stop yawning!
What time is it?
Early. Listen, got some questions for you.
Give me a break.
She sighs, sits up, and reaches for a handbag lying next to her futon. After rummaging through its contents for a few seconds, she curses under her breath.
No coffee.
Here.
I toss her a silver can of coffee I picked up from a vending machine on the way over. I know the drill by now. No Noriko well. The can slips through Noriko's slender fingers and comes to rest safely in her lap.
Oh, thanks.
She cracks open the tap and takes a long sip, effectively draining half the contents in one swig.
This is nice.
She thoughtfully examines the front of the can, running her fingers along the embossed logo.
Glad you like it. Now, questions.
Fine, go.
Do you know a guy named Kenji? With a daughter, Momo?
Yeah, they're my neighbors. Noriko cocks her head to the side as if this was the last question she expected to hear from me.
Yeah, I know them. They're my neighbors, kind of. They live on the floor below me.
That's right. You on speaking terms?
More or less.
I start away from mine and she takes a moment to think.
Almost sweet. A nice girl. Kenji... We used to talk, but then... Well, I think he's lost respect for me. Let's leave it at that.
I see.
This is weird. How do you know those two?
Suppose it can't hurt to tell her. Tomoe probably will if I don't.
Went to your apartment yesterday with Tomoe.
You did?
Had to collect clothes for you. Going upstairs, we saw Kenji get arrested by the police. Lots of cops. And the detective from TV.
Detective? Wait, Kenji got arrested?
Yep.
Why?
Don't know. They took him away in cuffs. Took Momo too.
No. The detective. You're not talking about the one heading up the murder investigations, are you?
It's him. Big guy.
Fujikawa.
Huh? Fujikawa?
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't know his name before. Detective Fujikawa. Not exactly the type I want to cross. Noriko's shoulders slump.
Poor Kenji. I wonder why he got arrested.
A flick of realization flashes across her face. Within a split second, Noriko's defeated expression gives way to a hideous, wicked smile. Her eyes narrow and a shrill laugh pierces my ears.
Oh, that's fantastic!
Don't know if she lost the plot or if she's figured something
All
out.
those precautions I took, all that preparation, it finally paid off!
Spill it. What are you talking about?
Okay. Right. Listen carefully. When this all started, when Corpse Girl first told me to start killing,
When Corpse Girl first told her. I thought she was Corpse Girl. That's what she's always referred to herself as.
I knew that running the website from my apartment was a risk. I knew accessing the database of the deceased could be tracked by anyone watching me. I took certain measures to protect myself.
Oh, okay, she's taking it to mean like
protect
they
Corpse
arrested
Girl's
him
work.
because it's his Wi-Fi that the police... okay, that's one way of looking at it.
What did you do?
I pinned everything on Kenji Ogawa. I used his internet service, his Wi-Fi. I used his address for registering my website. I used his name for every service I signed up to.
Oh my god.
Everything I did created a trail of breadcrumbs that would point to Kenji in the event that the authorities ever came looking for Corpse Girl.
And I was wondering, like, if he was a hacker, but no. Here he is. Cunning. Noriko planned everything from the start with a great amount of forethought. More concerning is the fact that she wasn't afraid to throw her neighbor to the wolves in order to save her own skin. Still, if I take Noriko at her word, this rules Kenji out as the mastermind behind the human removal service. It couldn't be the herald that Junpei Matsumoto spoke of. It was just a scapegoat. Wrong place, wrong time.
Clever. I'm impressed.
I think Noriko has a lot of stuff either not diagnosed or diagnosed, but you know, she's not taking her medication. No, as far as we're aware, he's still alive. He has a few broken ribs, but he's alive.
Thank you.
It finally paid off. The police will either treat Kenji as the culprit, or release him once they figure out he's not who they're looking for. Either way, they'll be back to square one, and I'm off the hook.
Sure, if you say so.
Mommy!
That's all well and good, but we've been conducting a lot of work recently, since you stopped living in your apartment.
What's your point?
Been logging to Corpse Girl's website from here, from the factory. You've been accessing that database of the deceased, too. Don't you think if the authorities trace that, they'll just come looking for you here?
I'm using my cell service to connect to the web. I'm not using a dedicated internet connection. And I'm running my connection through a proxy to mask my IP address. That can't be traced. Right?
I shake my head. I'm pretty sure it can be tracked. Not my area of expertise, though.
No, but I'd be cautious if I were you. The cops will figure out Kenji's not guilty soon enough. Just you wait. Normal guy like that, he won't be able to give them any of the information they're looking for. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets released before the weekend.
So?
Hitting a dead end like that will only enrage the police. Especially that detective, Fujikawa. Don't you think they'll redouble their efforts after that? They'll surely do whatever it takes to catch the true culprit.
Yeah, sure, I hear you, but Corpse Girl really isn't the one they're looking for. The human removal service is behind most of the recent deaths.
Yeah, but you're the only one that ever revealed that she's doing it.
They don't know that. They only have eyes for Corpse Girl. You made her famous. Made her known in every household across Tokyo. She's as much at fault as the human removal service. And you know it. If they catch you, let's just say you won't be let off the hook so easily.
Mommy!
Noriko folds her arm across her chest angrily. Not my fault she doesn't want to hear the truth. This whole conversation has given me a headache. All my assumptions on the identity of the Herald led me to a brick wall. But I did glean one interesting piece of information from Noriko's words. A phrase that loops within my mind verbatim. And Corpse Girl first told me to start killing. I wrapped my chin in thought.
Gotta go. You good here?
Noriko drains the rest of her coffee and tosses the can aside.
I'm fine.
Right. Later then.
Noriko doesn't speak another word. I leave in silence. Got a few hours before I need to be at the morgue. Usual night shift. Not a good combination with an early morning. At least there are no deliveries to make today for Noriko or Corpse Girl. For the best. If Tomo is quitting the business, we won't have a driver. Didn't really think that through when I encouraged her to go with her gut. Oh well, that's a Noriko. She's the brains behind the operation. I'm simply the muscle, just like I always tell her. Corpse Girl told Noriko to kill people. That's what she said. That's what Corpse Girl... That's what the person I know as Noriko told me. That begs a follow-up question. If Noriko isn't Corpse Girl, then who is? Is Corpse Girl a person? Someone whispering instructions in Noriko's ear? Has that always been the case? Was I so blindsided by Noriko's ambitions for grandeur that I disregarded the truth behind her words? Is Noriko nothing but a puppet? Too many questions. Doubt Noriko will willingly spell it out for me, not if she's gone to such lengths to mask the truth for so long. When Corpse Girl first told me to start killing, I can't get the quote out of my head. The plot chickens! Too many moving pieces in this puzzle. Noriko, Corpse Girl, the Human Removal Service, the Herald, Junpei Matsumoto and Kenji Ogawa. Too many assumptions, too many shadowy figures. Makes me angry. Don't like it when I don't understand something. I'm clever, sharp, like to know everything. Like to predict what's going to happen next. Like to remain one step ahead of everyone I know. Right now, I feel 3 steps behind Noriko, behind whatever Corpse Girl is. Maybe Tomo has the right idea. Maybe getting out of this situation is for the best. Though, did I really make a clean break? Did I really just walk away? Noriko isn't afraid to play dirty. That has become increasingly more evident, especially with the Kenji situation. If I walked, would I have to be on guard for the rest of my life? Would I have to be cautious of every shadow that fits in the darkness? Would Corpse Girl come to claim me as her own? That begs the question. If Tomo quits now, will Noriko try to buy her silence with blood? She'll do anything to ensure her name isn't dragged through the dirt. Tomo knows too much as me. She could compromise Noriko's entire operation if she lets the wrong words slip out in front of the wrong people. Thank you for the patent I return. Because of that, I have to believe that Noriko won't stand for it. Tomo's life will be in danger if she quits now. I don't know how. I don't know by what measure Noriko will strike from the shadows. The girl is weak of body, though strong of mind. And her ambitions are steeled by some otherworldly force of will.
Noriko won't let Tomoe walk away from this.
Speaking the words aloud and hearing the echo throughout my apartment helps reaffirm the truth. I have to warn Tomoe. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if she's told Noriko that she'll be quitting. But there's no time to waste. Oh boy.
Can I help you?
Oh, hi! Long time no see!
Tomoe in?
She's, are you a friend of hers?
Yeah. This is an emergency.
Really? Hang on. I'll go get her.
I wait patiently as the guy, I assume Tomoe's boyfriend, goes to fetch her. It's fairly late now. The sun is setting. I might miss the start of my shift at the morgue. This is more urgent.
Shiro?
Oh, ooh! That's the outfit she has on the main screen.
What the fuck are you doing here?
Need a word.
How'd you get my address?
Ahem.
You know what? I'd rather not know.
Tomoe, who is this guy? Why does he smell like...
Long story.
Is he bothering you? Should I take care of him?
Yeah. My nostrils flare a little as I choke back a laugh. This guy's pretty scrawny. I'm no martial arts champion, but I find it hard to believe he posed a threat to me.
Nah, it's all good. He's harmless. Mostly.
I see.
He flashes me an interesting glare.
Need to talk. It's important.
Fine, come in, come in.
Him.
I point a finger at the boyfriend.
He needs to go.
Seriously?
Yes, come on. What do you think I'm here to talk about?
Ugh. Yeah, fair point. Shinya, can you, clear off for a bit?
Tomoe, I want to know what's going on here. Just who is this guy? Is he an ex-boyfriend of yours? Because I'll fight him.
You're making a fool of yourself, my guy.
No need for that. Not here to steal your girl.
Just listen to him, Shinya. You've no need to worry.
Fine then. I can tell when I'm not wanted.
Oh, come
If
on.
anyone needs me, I'll be outside.
The boyfriend storms off like an upset toddler, and I finally allow myself to crack a smile.
What a catch.
Shut up. You don't know him like I do.
Okay.
Tomoe shuts the front door, leaving us alone in her
So
apartment.
what the fuck is this all about?
Need to know. Have you told Noriko you're quitting?
Nah, not yet. Surely you could have asked me that over noise.
Proms. Thought you might be in danger already.
Danger? Why?
Have a theory. Reckon Noriko will cut us up if we leave our merry band.
Nah. Noriko and I are besties. She
Are you
wouldn't
sure
hurt
about
me.
that?
Don't act so certain. Noriko will do anything to protect herself. That neighbor of hers, the guy that got arrested, she set him up from the very start. Made him take the fall so she wouldn't become a suspect.
You're shitting me.
Dead serious.
Dead.
And
I take a moment to consider the best way to announce my next theory.
don't think Noriko's working alone.
Tomoe simply frowns at what I consider to be a startling revelation.
Well, of course she's not. We're working with her.
Guess I didn't explain it well enough.
Not what I meant.
Sounds like the opening chords of a Doom song. Oh, I haven't played Doom, I wouldn't know.
Noriko may not be the ringleader here like we assumed. She said, and I quote, "When Corpse Girl first told me to start killing," end quote.
Tomoe's silent contemplation convinces me that I'm onto something. Something that neither of us had stumbled upon previously.
Oh, shit. I thought Noriko was Corpse Girl. She always calls herself that.
Maybe she just has untreated DID or some other kind of... I do not know the proper term that is actually that you're supposed to use here. That is not the... Oh my god. you know, ableist or some other kind of discriminatory toward systems, but yeah.
In fact, she even admitted it to me once. Yeah, I remember it. I kind of suspected it and I asked her about it, and she confirmed it.
Sure about that?
Well, pretty sure, yeah.
Interesting.
Now I'm starting to doubt myself.
Don't sweat it. Noriko does refer to herself as Corpse Girl. I'm sure of it.
Right? I thought so.
But I'm still uneasy about it.
Personality disorder, yeah. Dissociative identity. I mean, I know what DID is. I just meant like... I do not know the proper terms for like some... any kind of like the overall term for identity disorders. If there's one.
Someone convinced her to start killing. And she seems to think it was Corpse Girl.
She may or may not be afflicted with a personality disorder. I mean, she definitely has something up there.
I don't get it.
Neither do I. But I'll get to the bottom of it.
Right.
For now, for your own safety, don't tell
I mean,
Noriko
we know she has some kind of paranoia. Because from that one early time when she started mentioning all her meds that she's not taking, she has a paranoia of whenever she goes outside that someone could kill her. Like, she has violent thoughts and imagines how someone could kill her on the street in the middle of the day.
Seriously?
All the time.
I don't know how she'll react.
Paranoia, super untreated anxiety.
What a drag.
Like, we know at least that one for sure. Everything else, I don't know what kind of mess it is, but...
I really don't want to do this anymore.
Be patient. Give me a bit of time.
You sure you can sort this out?
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating my confidence. I'm determined to learn the truth about Noriko and the identity of Corpse Girl. Maybe I can figure out why this all started. Why Noriko is so intent on continuing down the path of destruction.
Leave it to me.
Thanks.
I mean, that is not to, no, that is not to say that suffering from either of the... Is suffering the right word? I'm so sorry. I do not want to, like... being affected by those does not inherently make you a person more violent or whatever. That is not at all the case, but I think in her case, it's definitely a trigger to
Later,
the impulse to do whatever the fuck it is she's doing here. I make my way to the front door and swing it open. I'm slightly startled when a heavy form stumbles into me. With his ear pressed up against the door, Tomo's boyfriend couldn't avoid falling forward as the door opened. I looked down at him, sprawled on the floor, groaning.
You okay?
He'll be fine. Get up, Shinya.
He clambers to his feet and dusts off his trousers.
I was, just,
Gotta go. Bye.
Don't have time for this. I push past him and make my way out of the apartment complex. Psychotic episodes or something being caused by our problems. Oh yeah. Yeah. My late arrival at the morgue is not met by any form of oh my god, how do you say that? Chastisement? The place is empty, devoid of life, nothing out of the ordinary there. Though, something is off. It's too empty. Glancing around at the walls of cold chambers, I immediately notice something suspicious. The majority of the chamber doors aren't sealed shut. They're slightly ajar as though the last person to access them didn't close them properly. I would never do such a thing. I know to press the doors firmly enough that they lock in place. Leaving a cold chamber unsealed is a surefire way to assist in a cadaver's deterioration, and an unsealed chamber allows the odor of decay to leak into the morgue. Right now I don't smell anything out of the ordinary, meaning these cold chambers are empty. Somebody has removed the cadavers that were stored inside. This place was full to the brim just a day ago. There wasn't a single empty cold chamber. Now, a cursory glance shows that a good 90% of the cold chambers are unsealed.
Fuck.
My initial sense of uncertainty gives way to panic. I jog toward the left wall of chambers and start pulling the sliding trays out one by one. Empty, 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 one after the other. Each chamber is devoid of its macabre contents. Even the HRPs have been removed.
Shit.
I come across one cold chamber that is still sealed. I press the release button in as I pull the handle forward. The familiar hiss of cold air escaping from the hollow space does little to allay my fears. I slide the tray out and sigh. Empty. It would seem that even the properly closed chambers have been evacuated.
Oh, fuck shit.
Uh-oh. I dash to the opposite wall, the row of cold chambers that store bodies not due for cremation. The row that Noriko isn't allowed access to. But, just like the other wall, every chamber is empty. Doors ajar and sealed, empty. I thoroughly checked each and every one.
No luck.
I trudged toward the computer at the far wall. Logging into the inventory, I could scan through the list of recent arrivals and departures. No bodies came in today. Unusual, but not itself a cause for concern. More importantly, no bodies have been checked off as removed from the premises. Each and every body that has disappeared from this place has not been accounted for. The correct protocols have not been adhered to. I can only draw one conclusion. The morgue has been robbed.
Sorry to rock up so late.
Shouldn't you go to the police for that? Like, genuinely, I know we don't want nothing to do with the police, but the entire morgue was robbed while you were late to your shift. You guys are going to be in deep shit if you don't tell, like, the proper authorities about that, I think.
It's fine. I was awake.
Okay. Bad news.
Hit me.
Morgue's been plundered.
Plundered? What, are you a pirate now? Wait, your tone. You're not joking.
No.
Explain.
All the cadavers have been stolen. Cold chambers are completely empty.
Fuck!
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
How could you let this happen?
Me? I'm no security guard. Don't put this on me.
Okay.
How am I supposed to acquire corpses now? How the fuck am I supposed to appease Corpse Girl?
Despite the fact she's having a Noriko moment, I don't miss the fear in her voice. Peace, Corpse Girl. Not something you'd say if referring to yourself. She's clearly referring to someone else, some other being. Time to put her on the spot. Sick of always being 3 steps behind.
Who's Corpse Girl?
What?
Who is she?
Don't act dense. I'm Corpse Girl. If you're trying to be funny, it isn't working. Now isn't the time. We've lost everything, Kojiro. I've got a couple of bodies here at the factory, but they're allocated to victims already. If Corpse Girl gets any new requests, we won't be able to fulfill them.
There, you did it again. You referred to Corpse Girl as another person.
Can you stop messing around? Don't you see how serious this is?
I do.
I do. I see how serious this entire situation has become. Noriko is delusional. She refers to Corpse Girl both as herself and as another person. She pays no heed to the difference in her words, even when called out on it. She doesn't seem to be aware that she's doing it. Could be a personality disorder. Can't place blame on her if that's the case, but I think it's more than that. She believes she's being guided or goaded by Corpse Girl, forced to achieve her ambitions. There's more to it than a personality disorder. Something I'm not seeing.
So, what do we do?
What can we do? You'll have to break into another morgue. Start stealing corpses for me.
How is he even going to explain to the families that were waiting on, you know, getting the bodies to... What?
No.
What do you mean, no? Don't say no to me.
I'd do just about anything for you. But sometimes, you need to know when to call it. There's no moving forward from here.
You should be gone 20 minutes ago. Night. Thank you for coming by.
We've come so far.
Somebody stole the cadavers from the morgue. From my morgue. Somebody who knows what I'm involved in. It wasn't an attempt to stop what we're doing.
What do you mean?
It was a message. Whoever did it wanted to prove that they are more powerful than we are. Pulling several hundred stiffs from a morgue, all at once, without getting busted. That's something even we couldn't achieve. Someone knows our operation, inside and out. Someone knows what we do and how we do it. And they wanted to prove that they can do it better.
And someone doesn't want me to stop streaming today, but I need to because I'm already going overtime.
The human removal service.
When this scene ends, we're gonna have to stop. I'm so sorry.
Who else?
Damn it.
Hope you can see the truth now. We can't continue with them in the picture.
You're right. Our next move is to destroy them. Destroy the Herald.
That wasn't exactly what I was getting at. I was only trying to discourage Noriko from continuing with her
What do
operation.
you propose?
You said you'd do nearly anything for me, right?
Uh-oh.
More or less.
Then, hunt down Junpei Matsumoto. Again, he needs to reveal the identity of his leader, the Herald.
Rest in peace.
Right. Didn't work so well last time.
Can't forget that night. Had the guy beaten and bruised on the ground, stubborn pup.
You were interrupted last time. Aoi got in the way, didn't she?
Yeah. Tried to defend her boyfriend.
You need to extract information from Junpei at any cost. When you're done, kill him.
I have no problem with that. But if Aoi is present again, I'll have to back down.
A few seconds of silence makes me ponder if Noriko still has her hat in the conversation. I'm about to repeat myself when she finally speaks.
If Aoi interferes, kill her.
Oh! Wait, Noriko, are you dumb? Why not just make it to be like, hey, Aoi, can we hang out on this and that day? And, you know, keep her away from her boyfriend, easy peasy? I don't care. And just like that, Noriko's true heart is revealed. She will stop at nothing to achieve her goals. I was right to fear for Tomo's life earlier. I was right to fear for my own. If Noriko will cut down her best friend in the world, then she will show no mercy to anyone else. It's kind of resolve, this steel-hearted determination. I can't help but admire it. I respect
If I
Noriko.
do this for you, I want something in return.
What?
Be with me.
You still want me?
I've never wanted you more. I'm in love with you, Noriko.
I don't think this is the right place for another love confession.
In case that wasn't clear before.
Okay. Take care of this issue for me, and you can call me yours.
Oh yes, this is going to be a very healthy relationship.
I'll be your girlfriend, or your wife, or your mistress. Whatever you want, my heart will be yours.
Oh my god. That's all I wanted to hear. All I needed to hear. I don't want to be alone anymore. I don't want to feel lonely. Noriko, Shizuku, even Tomoe, it doesn't matter. I just want somebody to love me, to hold me.
Okay, I'm on it. Leave it to me.
Thank you, Kojiro. I'm putting my faith in you.
I step back, turn around, look up, stare at the stars in the pollution-clouded sky. When we get together, perhaps we can live in Noriko's apartment. My old place. It will be like coming home after a long absence. Noriko will replace Shizuku in my heart, and life will go on. And then she's gonna end up in the walls as well. What the fuck is this game? Oh my god. We're all very healthy people here. Clearly, there's nothing wrong. Oh no. Oh, but back to there being no people on the starting screen. I'm not sure I like that. Thank you for that. Me when Yeah, that's a mood. I think that's a mood. Me when you know. Oh my god. What the fuck, actually? I still don't know. I genuinely cannot tell how much of the game is left. Like every time I think, okay, we're getting somewhere, it's gonna end sometime soon, they come up with a new thing. yeah, guess we'll see on Sunday what the fuck is gonna happen with Junpei. Hopefully none of our main characters are going to die. I would not like to see them die. Fun. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming. As always, this game makes so much sense. I mean, I genuinely loved the writing. Because oh my god, this does not fit the mood. I have no idea what's going to happen next. It's keeping me at the edge of my seat where I'm like, what's next? What's gonna happen? Oh my god. But it's so much fun. I'm gonna send you guys over to a completely different game. Because we talked about Pokemon just recently, right? So I'm gonna send you over to Kieran, who's playing Pokemon XD. Which is a completely different thing than this. Yeah, Sunday is far away. I'm sorry. Also, quick point to note. I think Friday stream is gonna be super fucking late because we're having a Christmas party at work. So I don't know when the fuck I will be coming home, but I am going to try and stream on Friday. So we'll hopefully see each other on Friday. For now, I wish you all a very, very good night. Thank you so much for coming by. See you all soon.
Good night. And bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.